is going live. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Spawncast episode 332. We don't have Evan again tonight, so we're rolling with YouTube streaming and OBS and making it work. But we're here. That's all that matters. And tonight we have returning once again, Miss Click.
Yes. Sorry, guys. I'm here. I promise.
It's good to have Click here. It's good to have her here. Let's see. We got Sean, RGT.
Hello.
We got OJ holding up the pre-show.
What up?
We got MVG back from his trip.
Hello. I was in Sean's old stomping ground in North Carolina this week. Had an amazing time, but I'm back.
You're posting some pictures. That store looked pretty cool. Like that.
Oh, that store is excellent.
Oh, nice.
If you're ever in Cary, North Carolina, go check out the LRG store. It's really good.
I don't know why I'd be there, but I will if I am. Absolutely. Then we have Josie. Josie's with us tonight.
Hello.
To have everyone here, and we actually have quite a bit to go over. I found several topics, and we'll also go over some of the games we've been playing. But we got Gamescom coming up, so we'll do some predictions for that one. The 360 digital store is shutting down, with MVG having some strong feelings on X, I guess, about that one.
Anyone that shuts down a digital store, you're gonna get feelings from me about.
Okay. And we have Starfield to go over as well, since that's gold. And there was just a very strange thing going on today. I had to ask MVG a question about it, actually. But we'll have some fun tonight. Some good stuff going on here. And Evan wasn't able to make it out tonight. I think he's at an art show, so he wouldn't make it back in time. But I do want to give a shout out to John O, who is an executive producer member at Spawncast Network. Of course, you can check out Spawncast Network. We have a bunch of stuff going up. There was the new Game and Talk that just posted. We got GoldenEye coming up. That was a whole thing. The Alliance couldn't handle it, but that's fine. You can see that in the video going live. But check it out. We got the link down below in the description. You support the podcast, support the network, and have some fun over there. Let's see. Do we want to start?
Hold up. Jono said he couldn't make it tonight, but he wants to say that shout outs to everybody here.
Oh, shout out to Jono. Like I said, he's a big supporter, part of the executive producer tier. Always appreciate Jono coming out. So do we want to start with what we've been playing? MVG didn't fill anything out. I assume MVG's just playing the game of life this week.
Yeah, I didn't really get much time to do anything.
Mood.
I'm kind of getting caught up on all the news from this week as well, so I didn't take my Switch with me either, so unfortunately I didn't play any games this week.
Oh man. Well, what games did you see at the store? What was going on there?
Well, there's a lot of stuff there at that store, and the good part is there's a lot of like older limited run games, physical releases, and they don't they're just recommended retail price. So for example, the original Shantae on the Switch, which on eBay I think goes for over $100 now. Mm-hmm. They just have it at the store. They have like about 10 copies of it just at retail price. So Everything is retail price. All the retro games, like the GameCube games and all that, everything is on the low end of price charting as well. So look, there's a lot of things that are still very expensive and ridiculous amounts of money, but there's a lot of stuff there worth checking out.
Reminded me of a game store like straight out of the 90s. So I would like to go there at some point, but just have to somehow find myself there in North Carolina.
Mario Sunshine.
Oh man,
that's right.
You said they had a GameCube section though.
Yeah, they had GameCube, Dreamcast. I saw some Saturn stuff. There was some 32X. There was some Sega CD, OG Xbox. They had a nice little spread of games. Even saw some PC big box games there, John.
Oh, okay, cool. All right.
Very good.
I bought a PC game recently that I was going to do an unboxing for and show the kids what's up.
What'd you get?
Nice.
GTA 5.
Oh.
Have you ever wondered how many DVDs it comes on?
No.
I think it's 4,
3.
isn't it?
More than that.
Damn.
Yeah, it's quite a few. Let's see. You know what? We'll start it off with
Jordan's here. Hi, Jordan.
Oh, Jordan is here.
I'm here. I was here on time.
Welcome back from Japan.
It's me, guy from Japan.
I heard you went back to Japan.
Yeah.
Then you came back again.
Yeah, as soon as I went to LA, I was like, never mind, I'm going back.
Going back. I don't blame you. How much stuff do you bring back?
Too much.
You said you were buying
Too
another
much.
suitcase.
So I bought 3 suitcases while I was there.
3 suitcases.
But I got a bunch of Japanese GameCube games.
Oh,
Those look really nice.
Nice.
Those are really nice. Those are really nice boxes.
Oh yeah,
Good stuff. Good to have Jordan here.
it's me. I'm here. Good to be here.
So let's see. Okay, Sean and I played. All right, we played Bomb Rush Cyberpunk, right? Sean's
Yeah.
been playing it. I've been playing it. No one else got a chance to play it. I posted up a couple X videos for it.
I saw Sean's video today about it, and I definitely am going to pick it up. I mean,
Dude,
come on,
it's-
let's be honest. This is like Jet Set Radio.
Yeah, I
This is
think-
the game I've wanted. For
I think I'm just
a
gonna.
long
I think I'm
time.
gonna keep posting more and more X videos actually now. People seem to enjoy them.
Fuck
But
your ex,
I
dude.
was telling people about that. I don't know. They looked at me weird in person. I don't really know why. But X videos seem to be doing better now. I don't know if they changed the algorithm or something with it.
calling it.
Is it? It's X videos. I don't understand. It says it. It's literally right here.
Yeah, what's the problem?
It's a good website.
Sean has it like multiple bookmarks. His bookmark bar is just boom, 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 boom.
Hey,
With
I've
Twitter
been
X
posting,
videos.
I've been posting Bomb Rush Cyberpunk. I've been posting a couple of them. But now the game itself is pretty good. It is a callback to Jet Set Radio, as you mentioned, Sean, and you did a video on it, kind of discussing it. And I'm in the third borough right now, or like the third world, I guess. They split it up. You have like a home base area, and they send you off, and you essentially take on other crews, and you try to knock them off, like basically the list, and you try to get enough rep to eventually go all city, as they call it, and just take over the entire city. But the story is weird. It wasn't exactly the story I was expecting when I started.
No,
up.
it's very like they try to go on like this like it feels like a transcendental like search within yourself kind of thing at times, and it's like, okay,
Well,
you know,
what it
you have
is?
like
They-
weird
they-
memories and stuff.
Yeah, they have like these psychedelic episodes that your character goes through, but they definitely lean more into the cyberpunk side of things. So you have people who have like cybernetic parts for their leg or their arm or their head, and they kind of play into that aspect more than what we saw in like Jet Set Radio or anything there. But the gameplay, very similar to Jet Set in that you can grind around on rails and stuff. You can choose between rollerblades, skateboard, bike, and you can BMX bike, and you could switch between characters by going to an area and just starting to dance. It's like, do you want to change to another character? And
These little black and white square like breakdance areas.
Yep.
Where you
like
go
kind of
to
breakdance,
switch.
But the game itself it feels like a game out of the Dreamcast era, or actually it's close to Jet Set Radio Future MVG.
Future.
If you like
It reminds-
Future,
Yeah, then the original.
you'll like it. And what's interesting is it runs really well on the Switch from what I can tell, and visually speaking it's simplistic, but it's sharp looking. Again, it looks like it's out of that Dreamcast era where we had those like the hard edges on all the characters and stuff back then. It's sort of like that the VGA output, so it looked very clean and close to the arcade for certain games, but it takes on that aesthetic. And the music is again right out of that era. It lines up perfectly. Like this feels like Sega almost just made it.
Yeah.
So
I think if you want to talk about, which I know I think it's one of the topics for later, but Hi-Fi Rush, I think this is right up there with potential indie game of the year as far as quality. And it's funny because they both have the same art style, but I am thoroughly enjoying the game, and there's lots of collectibles and stuff within the levels as well that are like sort of hidden, I guess you would say. So there's replay value. You want to go back into certain areas and try certain things. There's you have to spray paint stuff, of course, and like some of the areas you see them, you're like, how the hell do I get up there? And then as you kind of get more used to the game and figure out things, like so it encourages you to go back and check things out. But yeah, very, very enjoyable experience. Great looking game. Looks fucking phenomenal on the OLED too. Like that's how I've been playing it mostly.
the
Like
colors
it
really pop off that
pops.
screen.
Yeah,
Absolutely
yeah.
does. But the way you like build combos are interesting. So you get your skill multipliers by just leaning into turns, basically. Everything else, like you can press buttons to do tricks and kick flips and you can manual around and stuff on on the skateboard, but it all comes down to legitimately making turns, and that's how you build up your multiplier. Because there seems to be a formula here with the first 2 boroughs I did. You get enough rep to get the people's attention. You then beat individual challenges for like tricks and paths, and then you do a crew battle, and you just try to get more points than them in 2 minutes.
Right.
And that seems to be and then you go through a psychedelic episode and somewhere in there I fought a sniper or something. So it's interesting. And there is combat in this, which it feels like it was the last thing on their list of things to put in the game.
Yeah, it's not great.
How does that work in this game?
So you can get off your like whatever, if you're on rollerblades, you can like get off of them.
Okay.
But you can also do it in combat, but it's just the same buttons, that the face buttons that you would use for the different grinds and stuff and different tricks. It becomes like a sweep attack or something like that. So yeah, I mean, it's okay. It doesn't have a lot of impact in it though, from how I feel about it.
It doesn't combo together well either. It's very odd. Like I said, it feels like they just kind of threw it in there as, well, this makes it different enough. Let's just let you kick at stuff, and it feels kind of weird. Even the health bar looks kind of like they kind of just threw it in there. It's just a little red bar above your head that regenerates after like 5 seconds anyway.
Yeah.
But I'm enjoying my time with it. I'm starting to realize I don't think it's a super long game. I thought it was at first because the way they're describing it, they're like, there is going to be this whole thing. It's going to take a while to figure out. I think it's going to be like maybe an 8-hour game or something at most. But then you go back and do other stuff after that, and it could be like a 10 to 12-hour game. But if you were a Jet Set Radio fan, you basically have to buy this game. It's lined up perfectly for you. So, and hey, I'm hoping that because it is getting attention and it's getting praised, that Sega, I mean, there's rumors they're already working on a follow-up for Jet Set. I hope that this pushes them even more to be like, okay, let's really invest in this and try to make the next generation game for it.
Now, there's a physical, right?
Yeah, supposedly I Am 8-Bit is handling it.
Okay.
Yep. So it's on the Switch and PC now, and then it's going to go to Xbox and PlayStation, I believe, on September 1st. And then we're going to get a physical copy, I think, later on. So they're going to have multiple releases for it. But, hey, I'm happy it's here. It's good. I was concerned that it would turn out to be kind of a dud. And no, I think it's worth the pickup. It's $40. Some people kind of have some pause with that because it feels more expensive than some of these indie games. But I think at least the quality for the gameplay is there when it comes to the Jet Set Radio side of things. So big recommendation for me for
Same.
Bomb Rush. Let me see. And Sean, you did Red Dead. You did a video on this. You also talked about it on Game and Talk.
Mm-hmm.
Is it worth picking up on the Switch?
I mean, if the Switch is your main platform and you've never played it or you're a big fan of the game, like the game itself is a quality port. Like it's a fantastic port. It runs great. It looks great in OLED mode. So, and it's a great game to begin with. I can understand why some people wouldn't want to spend $50 on it, but this is the first time it's been natively portable. You know, this game isn't on Steam or anything like that. You can't play it on your Steam Deck. Obviously, you can play it through Xbox 360 emulators and stuff like that, but the average person isn't going to mess around with that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I bought it, $50 out of my pocket, zero regrets. Okay. Such a fun game, tons of content. It'll take you forever. Runs great. Whatever.
I think that was a big question for people is how it was going to run, but you're right. It seems to run well.
Yeah. I mean, and I understand why people were hesitant because of the GTA trilogy stuff. Like, you know, be hesitant all you like, wait for a price drop. A price drop is eventually going to come. But if you want to play it now, like I don't think you'll be disappointed in it whatsoever. PlayStation fans, they got more of a bone to pick, you know, obviously with how the Xbox is being handled, you know, they got more of a bone to pick with the $50 price point, but Switch owners, like, I don't know.
I think it's because of the potential with the PlayStation 5. If they made a native PS5 version, you know, what could have been, I think is what people are, like you said, a bone to pick, or just a PC version in general.
Right.
You know, that's the big thing.
I mean, I don't, even if you look at the trailers, when the trailers dropped for the game, like the main trailer got downvoted, the PlayStation trailer got downvoted, but the Switch one was fine because people were like, oh, I can play this game on the go on handheld.
I think the Switch owner's just happy to be there. They're like, oh, cool.
Yeah, like, and I mean, it's a very high quality port. It looks fantastic. It looks fantastic in OLED mode. There's no ugly blur or anything like that. The gameplay is still tight and precise. It's a huge game to begin with. Then you have also the Undead Nightmare DLC. So I don't know. I can understand why some people wouldn't like the $50 price tag, but I don't know that it's worth bitching about a lot. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. I think my biggest letdown is that there's no PC version, because modders would have had a field day
Right.
with that game. That's the biggest thing that hit me. So I do want to hear from OJ about Kenna.
Oh, yeah.
OJ's
I just
playing
started-
Kenna.
Yeah, I finally got back to it.
Finally?
Yeah, finally got back to it.
Yay.
It's good. It's
Are you
fun.
bridging those spirits?
Yay.
You're
Playing
Bridge
cat
of
games, OJ? What's going on over there?
Spirits. Kenna, you Bridge of Spirits.
Yeah,
That's a good
That's
game.
good.
OJ can only play so much Xenoblade.
I can only play so much Xenoblade. True, that's true. And I've beaten every Xenoblade version. I actually have a video tomorrow morning talking about every version of Xenoblade. And
You
ranking
having a
them
Xenoblade video?
all. I know, seriously.
Is the Monado in it?
The Monado's there.
The
The
Monado.
Monado's there. You guys should try it out. You guys might actually get like a good story. I'm like Death Stranding. You know, might actually be
Oh,
good.
man.
You know.
Wait,
Wait,
which
actually have
one?
a good
Kenna or
story.
Xenoblade?
We played
You know?
Xenoblade.
What's wrong with delivering packages, OJ?
Sure, you guys. Yeah, of course.
Hey,
you guys
them
all
them,
know
UP,
Xenoblade.
them UPS motherfuckers making 170,000 now.
Hey, the next Death Stranding game is going to cost a lot more. It's going to cost a lot. It's going to cost a lot more. No, sorry to guys. Death Stranding's awesome. If you like Death Stranding, cool. But yeah, Kenna's fun. It's like Majora's Mask, and it's like Pikmin, and it's like Horizon, and it's like a whole bunch of different games kind of all mixed into one. So it's cool. I'm enjoying it.
Yay.
Okay. Yeah, Kenna was good. I enjoyed my time with it when I checked it out. I think the thing that threw me off was the parrying timing was weird, if I remember right. That
the
would throw me
parry
off.
The parry timing is weird because she kind of does like a little startup thingy first.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it is a little bit awkward compared to like Souls or compared to like Bayo or compared to like DMC or any other good game like action game. So it's kind of trash in there, but hey, outside of that, it's okay. I like it. I like the flow of the game. It runs really good on PS5. So yeah, I'm down. I'm down for it. I finally got a chance to get into it, so it's cool.
Yeah, I think because I did when I was playing through it, because it was like right on the launch, there were a couple of the devs in the chat, and I was like, bro, I'm not gonna lie, like this parrying is kind of tough, and they're like, yeah, that was kind of the goal, but maybe we made it a little too tough. And I was
Yeah.
like, yeah, I think the average player who's not like incredibly like dedicated to like almost frame by frame perfection is gonna struggle a little bit. But yeah, like I think people seem to forget with the Kenna team, like they were the ones who did the Terrible Fate short for Zelda. So like a lot of them are really big Zelda fans. They were talking about how much they watch like a lot of our Zelda content. I thought that was the coolest thing because the Ember Lab team is just so cool. But yeah, the animation, the music. What part are you at, OJ? Are you allowed to say?
I'm about 2 hours in or so. Like I got past like the first place, like where you have the mask or whatever.
Yeah.
And I fought through like the whole city, like I'm unlocking all that type of stuff that's in there,
Ooh.
and then I went past that. So I'm like 2-3 hours in. So
You gotta
it's
let
cool.
me know. You gotta let me know when you get to the weaponsmith boss, and then you gotta let me know when you get to like the heart of the mountain or whatever, because those are like two really cool parts. So we gotta talk
Oh.
about it after, because I need more
Okay.
people to talk about Kenna with.
Okay, yeah, absolutely. I'm playing on like the super hard difficulty.
Oh,
so
good
it's
luck.
Yeah, I
I
know, the
remember
game's-
some of those
it's
bosses
already hard.
annoyed me just on regular.
Yeah.
mode.
I already know it's going to be tough, but I don't have any deadlines to hit or anything. So if I keep on getting
Yeah.
my ass kicked, it's fine. I'll just keep getting my ass kicked till I beat
There
it.
you go. That's how you play.
All right, Josie, you put down Cuphead and Mario Kart.
Playing a lot of Cuphead. It's hard, very hard game, but it's been
yes.
fun.
It's
Yeah,
supposed to be very hard.
uh,
Wait, hold on. Is this the first time you played Cuphead?
Yeah,
Okay.
I got it physical at Best Buy because it's on sale, so I was like, I'll try it out because I've heard
Nice.
like amazing
Mhm.
things, and it was it's been super fun. The physical came with like some cute little cards, so it was a cool just physical edition in general, and then it also came with the new DLC, which I'm no place to beat that quite yet, but it's been fun.
Yeah.
The animation is fantastic, so it's
That
been a
was always the
really
biggest
cool.
thing. That
Yeah.
caught a lot of people's eye was the animation, but then they actually played it, and a lot of people realized that it's like a tough as nails, like old school style game. But
Yeah.
super rewarding when you beat just one of the bosses in the game.
Yeah. I've been playing it co-op too, which has been kind of fun. So
I never played a co-op. I feel like I would have gotten annoyed with that.
It's a little bit easier because you can save each other after you die. There's like a little window, and if you save each other, you can keep going. But it's still super difficult, and it adds a lot of chaos to it, so it gets pretty crazy. But yeah, that's super fun. And then I'm playing Mario Kart just because all my friends play it. We just play Mario Kart a lot, so that's pretty much it. Yeah.
We need a new Mario Kart game.
Yeah,
Yes,
we
we
do.
do.
Mario
I've been
so
playing Mario
desperately
Kart
do.
since
U plus.
We've been playing
coming up.
Deluxe since Josie was 9, like dead ass. Like so it's like no cap. I've been playing since she was like in 4th grade. I need a new Mario Kart, please.
Nintendo they're about to seal that 10-year plan for Mario Kart 8 next year.
Jesus.
Not
Even the people
6
I play
months.
with are so casual. Like they play Mario and Smash Bros. But even them, they're like, we need a new Mario Kart. This is ridiculous. Like it's just the
Everybody's
same
saying it.
shit over and over and
Just
over.
just call the next one. Just call it Mario Kart. That's
The
it, just
DLC
Mario
not
Kart.
doing it for you?
No, they don't like playing on those tracks because half of them don't know the tracks. So it would just
Oh,
Yeah.
the DLC is good. I will say that the DLC
It is good.
it's very good, but it's like the same mechanics though, right? It's like the same mechanics, the same stuff.
Well, for all the work they're putting in for all these new courses, why not just put a whole new title and then put new courses, but then also bring old ones back? Man, whatever. I played Mario Kart more on the Wii U than I did on the Switch, just because I was like, I'm tired of this. I'm ready for a new one. And 8 years later, I'm still saying the same thing.
Just
So.
launch the next system with Mario Kart. It'll be okay.
Yup.
Mario Kart 8
it'd be
Deluxe
cool if they
Plus.
did like a double dash mode in it or something like different.
Yes, Josie.
They should just let 4 people on the same cart and just see what happens.
4?
Yeah.
Or that seems like too much.
One person for each drift.
There you go.
Didn't they do that? Wasn't it called like Mario Party 8 or something?
Oh gosh, the Mario Party 10 or whatever it was.
Nice.
Oh, man.
Oh,
Everyone had to move
bad.
together.
yes.
Let's see. And then Sean, Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Is it a win?
I've been very hard on Gun Media ever since Friday the 13th. Predator was trash. Evil Dead, no good. Texas Chainsaw Massacre, a step in the right direction. Very fun, multiple play styles. I dig it. I could see it.
You what?
What?
Not, I said I dig it.
Wow.
Oh, okay.
That was
That
not
took a
what we
turn. I
heard.
don't know.
I don't know if it came out that way.
No, that's what I said.
Okay, my bad.
Now I lost my train of thought. No, it's fun. It looks really good. The mechanics are pretty interesting. And I'm good at it too, which always makes me enjoy a game more. I escaped in like 5 minutes on the dot today, and I was like, "Fuck yeah, I'm the king of this game."
All I know is
No,
I gutted somebody with the chainsaw, so I'll give it a pass.
And it's on Game Pass, so
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
it's
help
worth
with it as a
checking out.
multiplayer game anyway.
Yeah, but no, it's definitely a lot better. It's not as good as Friday the 13th, as far as that multiplayer aspect, and just what it brought to the table. But I definitely think it's a much better game than previous entries that we've gotten from Gun Media. And now I'm hopeful that they could do something like Nightmare on Elm Street. Like it's right there. Why are we not trying to do that? You have multiple movies to take stuff from, but no, it's good stuff. It's good stuff.
We have Killer Clowns from Outer Space coming up, right? That's the next one.
We haven't even seen anything from it though. That's the problem. Like we got that cinematic trailer.
Yeah.
Also, I saw
see.
Kotaku. Kotaku wrote an article and they were like,
Oh gosh.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre is not scary. And it's like no video game is like really scary. It's about the tension of some motherfucker named Leatherface with a goddamn chainsaw and 2 of his inbred family members chasing you around. Like, what the fuck do you mean? Like, God, I fucking hate them.
I mean, Resident Evil 7 is kind of scary, right?
Yeah, I would say because after from 4 on, it kind of lost its scariness. But
So maybe they were looking for that.
I don't know what they're fucking looking for anything. Yeah, no, it's if you have Game Pass, I mean it's a no-brainer. It's like 20 gigs. Download it. If you're a fan of Friday the 13th and games of that style, it's one of the better ones, I feel.
I will say it's a different multiplayer experience than I'm used to having when I go online to play like these shooters or something. So it at least is unique.
Right.
I'll give it that. I will give it that. All right. That's everything. Yep, that's everything we've been playing this week. We'll give MVG some homework, and he'll come up with a game next week. Don't worry.
Yep.
He'll get something.
We'll get Mel's Diner or something.
There it
Joe's
is.
Diner, whatever it is.
I do want to, recognize Braxton, who became a member, saying, "Hey, Spawncast, nice to be back. What superhero would you like to see have a video game of their own who haven't already?" They said they would like Captain America to get one.
Either Blank Man or Howard Stern's Fart Man.
What?
There's a Black Panther game coming out, right?
Yes, there is. Yep.
Yeah.
They're
So
doing that one.
that'll be cool.
I would like to see Daredevil. I think that'd be cool.
Ooh, Daredevil would be great.
But like a legit shot at Daredevil, not like
Yes.
the Ben Affleck movie shot.
No, I feel like after the show, you have high standards now.
I think that'd make a lot of sense. And it seems like they're gonna make a push for Daredevil to come back with Disney. So
What about Duckman? He wasn't really a superhero, but to me, growing up, he was a superhero. That show is fucking phenomenal.
Nobody knows that show, Sean.
That show is fucking it's the funniest goddamn show in the world.
It's actually a really good show, but nobody
It's
knows
so
that show.
good. It's so good. Bring back Duckman.
Bring back
No,
Duckman.
I don't know. They
Listen,
might fuck him up in
People in the chat are
2023.
saying Deadpool, and I would agree with that.
we had a Deadpool game.
Yeah, and it was
We had
pretty
a few
decent.
we had two Deadpool games, didn't we?
Remember we had it on. I remember playing it on the 360, and they kept.
Yeah,
they
Oh yeah,
were
yeah.
trying so
yeah.
hard for that to be like fourth wall breaking. Obviously, it's also
That
not
was all
backwards
right.
compatible though. So
Did you guys ever play X-Men Legends?
yeah, oh yeah,
So,
yeah,
John-
yeah.
Oh yeah,
You remember
absolutely.
when him and Iron Man were unlockable, and like Daredevil was even consistently still just the biggest dick. Like you'd make him go places, you'd be like, "Why would I care? Why would I do that? Why would I go there?" Oh, it was so cool unlocking Deadpool.
What about Quail Man from Doug?
We need a Quail Man game.
Do we?
That'd be
That'd be
lit.
fire,
Do
dude.
we?
Yeah.
I'm sure Game Mill will get right on that one. What were you trying to say,
Nobody
MVG,
ever
about
did anything,
about
never
Deadpool?
did anything. You just like talk
I
to
was-
people.
You said it's not on the backward compatibility program.
Is
So
it or
what you-
isn't it? Is it? Did I misspeak? Did
Uh,
I misspeak?
No, I was just kind of going off what you were saying. So
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't know if it is. I don't think it is though.
I don't think it is either, because I think when you get those licensing, remember they'd have to, you know how that works.
Yeah.
Like if they got to pass like a license test or whatever with it.
I'm seeing people in the chat say like Punisher and the Incredible Hulk.
We've had
Are
Punisher.
you?
There's a
Yeah, are
lot
you
of-
like 10? Like there was a good Punisher game on the PS2.
That was on the
There was
Sean.
a-
That was a long time ago.
There's a good Hulk game on the PS2 GameCube. Like
And
Wait,
Xbox.
but-
What's with the
but-
Xbox slander all of a
It's the
sudden?
time though.
No, but the thing about it, they're saying that a game that we haven't had. Like, if people actually wanted to play a Hulk game or Punisher
you know
game, they would have sought out these games already.
You know what? I'm
Like-
at this
What?
point
What
where
now?
some of these games are like 15 years old. You know what? I'm gonna go with it. If it's been that long, we'll give it to them because we
Guys,
do need
it's
a
been
new
a little
Hulk
bit
game this
longer
time.
than 15 years.
That's, okay, I get it. It's been a while,
Yeah,
but
when
we've had
when did the Punisher
Punisher,
game come out?
we've
That's a
had
good
Hulk.
question. That was like, was that 05?
That's almost 20 years ago.
Yeah, now you're right. You're right. That is a while. 2005. Yeah, that was a while ago. You're right. You're right. I'll give it that. It's
I
been
would-
almost 20 years.
no excuses. Do
Oh,
your
gosh.
homework. Look
I
into your
agree.
history.
Sounds like
Your
a video.
homework.
Sean?
I feel like there may have been a Daredevil game at some point. I don't want to get called on that. It's
I
possible.
think it was
I
canceled.
think it was canceled.
Oh,
Yeah, there was a
okay, good.
Daredevil game that was canceled. Yeah.
All right, good.
There's also a Blade game. People are saying Blade in the chat.
I don't think people realize how many times these superheroes got embarrassed in video games.
There used to be a
There
lot
were
of
some bad
video
superhero
games
video
coming out
They did.
of like TV shows and movies and
Uh,
superheroes. The
you know
mid
what?
2000s.
I like that no one's remembering these because that means that they don't have to worry about like trying to overcome that. You just
There was a Ghost Rider game. It was on the PlayStation 2.
Mm-hmm.
But we need one with Nick Cage now.
Toxic Avenger. They got the side-scrolling beat 'em up.
Isn't that coming back? Toxic Avenger?
Yeah, there's
It
it
side-scrolling
actually
beat
looks
'em up
it
coming
actually looks
out.
good too. Yeah.
Spawn
does look
was on the Dreamcast. People saying Spawn.
Yep. Oh, we had it on the GameCube too.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yep. That's what I mean. A lot of these companies tried to do these licensed games, but they never actually like went all out with it. I mean, people got really excited when we got a good Wolverine game when they did the X-Men Origins or whatever it was, the Wolverine.
That was solid.
Yeah, that's the first time we got it. Everything before that was just terrible.
X-Men Legend fans were let down because we thought it was gonna be a third Legends, and it wasn't.
Yeah.
Have we had a Thor game? That could be cool.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, my bad.
That's what I mean. It's it was a wild time back then during that PS2 era.
Is there a
We're
speed
trying
racer
everything.
game? Sean?
Yes.
Yep.
There was one on the Wii. It's actually okay.
What game was that?
Speed Racer.
Maybe we should
It
change
was
the
a-
question to which superhero that hasn't been around for a while in a game.
There was a
Racer.
Buffy.
Exactly. Yeah.
Avengers has been
Speed
multiple.
Racer isn't a superhero though.
It kind of is.
There's a
It's
Fantastic Four
not.
game.
No, like
All right. You know, actually, there's a Captain America game too. I hate to do this to him.
there's a Buffy the Vampire Slayer game.
Oh, those actually aren't bad.
They're very good.
Yeah,
I've never played those.
it's on the OG Xbox, and
They're a little
that's where I was
crusty at
playing
this
it.
point. You're okay.
The GameCube one is up in price.
Oh, I'm
Didn't somebody said Kick Ass? Wasn't there a DLC only game?
I think it was a mobile game for
There's
Kick-Ass.
Xbox Live Arcade game.
Yeah.
maybe. I think
Oh,
there
okay.
was, and it wasn't very good.
Oh yeah, no.
That might have been a game mill production. Don't quote me. I'll have to look that up.
Catwoman had a game. PlayStation
Oh.
2, GameCube.
Terrible.
Has Static
Terrible
Shock
game.
yet?
Who?
Static Shock. I
Static
don't think.
Shock?
Static
What
I,
do you mean who?
I feel like there
Fuck
was a
is
rumor
that?
for one of those.
You don't know
games,
Static
but-
Shock?
Oh,
Bro, I had a crush
man.
on Static Shock. I'm not gonna
Oh
lie.
man.
Static Shock
Who?
was awesome. I think you'll recognize. He flew around in like a manhole like that. He would like electrify and like.
Black dude with dreads.
Yeah, it was,
You don't
it was
remember?
awesome.
I-
It was a good cartoon back in the day.
I have
Mhm.
no idea what
Oh
the
wow,
fuck this
okay.
is.
Well,
That's
there you go.
crazy.
Saturday morning cartoons.
Well, released in 2000, and I was 15, so I wasn't
Perfect
watching-
age.
No, perfect age for delinquency.
Oh gosh, yeah, okay. This is
minor.
from T Joe, who asks, considering picking up a Game Gear, is there anything I should keep in mind or look for? I have no soldering skills or equipment.
The base screen on it sucks. the contrast sucks as well. If you're cool with playing, I mean, I think the Game Gear has a super underrated library because there's a ton of Sega Master System stuff that only released in Europe, but it released on the Game Gear here in the States. Games like Jurassic Park, a really good version of Jurassic Park, Aladdin, and so on and so forth. Just don't pay too much.
I would say if you're
Maybe
gonna do it, get one that already has
get
the
a
caps
recap.
replaced. Yeah, you gotta
Yeah.
get a cap replacement. If you can get a McWill screen, that's not bad either. Like an LCD.
Yeah,
screen.
but at that price, you might as well just buy like an
Uh,
analog pocket or
that's a good
something.
point. Yeah, because you can get the attachment for it.
Yeah, but that analog pocket's not good for Game Gear.
Mm.
I mean, it gets the job done, but I don't like the form factor for it. Bothers me.
I would at the very least make sure it's recapped, because if not, you're gonna have to recap it at some point. Like it's just gonna happen. So
Yeah.
at least get it capped.
And check the speaker. Make sure the speaker isn't bad. Check the buttons, although there's only two. And AC adapter. Don't fuck around with double A's. It'll last like 30 minutes.
Yeah. Yep. All right, let's get into some of the topics here for tonight. We'll start with the big one that MVG was calling out on Twitter. The Xbox 360 digital store shutting down July 2024. That's
Rip.
11 months from now. So that you'll still be able to access anything you've purchased, including downloadable content or full games, but you won't be able to go and make new purchases. And people are trying to figure this out. It appeared that on like initial inspection, about 225 games will disappear. However, many of those games are available on other platforms. It comes down to about 25 to 30 games that will officially just cease to exist at that point. So
Have the Video Game Preservation Society been contacted over this? Are they getting to work right now?
what are they-
Talking to Microsoft executives in boardroom meetings, getting the games preserved for the rest of history?
Yeah,
I'm just asking.
I don't know.
I'm asking if you've heard any sort of updates or anything like that.
I haven't.
Oh, okay.
Thank you. So this means that really the only stores left from like around that era would be the PS3 and the Vita, and Sony already tried to shut those down. So those are probably going to follow suit. In fact, Sony's probably kicking themselves. They're probably thinking we should have just gone through with it at this point. So I feel like we'll get that announcement before the end of this year that those are shut down too. And that'll pretty much do it for that era in gaming. I mean, the 360, 18 years ago, came out about 3 years after it launched. We started getting full game downloads, which means that it's been 13 or 14 years since that started, and we're already seeing all the stores shut down. So what do you think, MVG? Digital storefronts going away?
It's just inevitable. These storefronts will be sunset, and these games will disappear. As much as I don't like it, I just have to accept it. It's one of those things that will continue to happen in video games. I think the real sad part is, you mentioned those 220 games, John. Even though, yes, a lot of those can be played on other systems, the reality is the Xbox 360 was probably the best place to play many of those games outside of PC versions. So I think it's just, it's just very disappointing that this continues to happen. And I think about what Phil said about, he's really passionate about preservation and all that stuff, and he wants to find ways to make things happen.
Liar.
I mean, he's not lying. I think he's just wishing.
Fibber.
He's just wishing, really, more than anything. I don't think there's any real solid game plan to preserve these games as much as they would like to. And yeah, it's just very unfortunate when these things happen. And again, like I said at the start, I don't. This is not me going in on Xbox. Any storefront that does this, I'm usually pretty unhappy about. And yeah, I'm gonna bitch about it on Twitter, because that's what you do. But yeah, just unfortunate all around. And I guess buy up some of those games. Get the games that you want now. Have them in your library so you can bring them forward. Hopefully.
Can I ask you a question, MVG? Like, how expensive is it to keep stuff like that up and running for 18 years? You guys were saying?
Yeah, I mean I think that's the main crux of the issue, right? Like, eventually you've got all these like data centers hosting your your digital storefront, and eventually you're going to start incurring expenses rather than making money.
Profit. Yeah.
So usually when it comes to that, I think that's when they make a decision to stop serving things up, so they can actually turn those servers off. The other thing that I think about is security as well, because obviously you can still purchase 360 games on the 360, and I'm sure Microsoft doesn't want to patch payment gateway systems and whatever thing they're doing on the Xbox 360. No one wants that job. So I think eventually the time comes where you just say, look, this isn't worth incurring the cost of what we're doing, and the infrastructure is just too expensive right now. We just don't really have a need for it anymore. So I think that was the decision making process, the thought process at least.
Yeah. Well, not only that, but I'm sure they're going to get a surge of sales of people making last minute purchases too, of kind of that FOMO.
Yep.
So
and
in a way, it's a win-win for them a little bit.
Yeah, and I haven't looked at that list, John, too closely. Was there anything or did you see the list? Is anything that's kind of stands out as things that aren't going to come forward to back and pat, and they may just be lost forever?
There wasn't anything that really jumped out completely. Like I said, VGC posted up a list, and if I just look down the list very quickly, Bionic Commando Rearmed, Bomberman Live.
And you can play that on the PS3, no problems. So yeah, I guess it's not like the end of the world, but again, there are some of these games that run better on the 360, and it is the preferred version. Okay. And I guess the other thing is
Crimson
DLC
Alliance?
as well.
Crimson Alliance. That one's not available apparently on other storefronts. Double Dragon 2, Wander of the Dragons, Fire Pro Wrestling.
Let's
Fruit Ninja Connect.
Let's stop here.
No.
There's this website. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of it. It's called archive.org.
Uh-huh.
I am on archive.org.
Oh.
I am on archive.org right now. Every retail 360 game on here. Every Xbox Live game on here. Every Xbox Live DLC piece, because I see a lot of people saying that DLC is going to be missing, on here. This is preservation. This is how you're going to have to be able to play these games. I understand people won't like it. You don't want to hack your system. Sometimes you got to do things in life that you don't like. Like, this is the only way to have things preserved forever. Companies are never going to play ball with these things. Xbox is never going to be like, oh, you want to preserve video games? Well, great. Here's our whole catalog. Like, no. Sometimes you got to do things like this. But if you're worried about it, if you're genuinely worried about it, you can get all these games. Our Xbox 360 emulators have come a long way as well. You don't even necessarily need like a super beefy PC. I have played Xbox 360. I should say it like Max. Xbox 360 on mini PCs that cost $300. Like, you know what I'm saying, dude? Like, you can't. And people say, oh, that's piracy. That's piracy. If a company takes away my ability to buy something so that I can support them, fuck them. How is that piracy?
Real quick, I really noticed how he says, like, really
yeah, you gotta put some stank on the X. You
I
gotta
just
put some
really
stank
noticed
on
that
the
because I watched this video. I'm like, why does he say Xbox like that?
like emulation is the savior, and it's already here. So bask in its glory. Bask. You go on. I got this. Bask in its glory.
I mean,
accept emulation into your heart as your Lord and Savior when it comes to historical video games, and your life will be so much easier.
Sean's absolutely right, and I might add that Xenia and RPCS3 are both of them are really good now. Like they have high percentages of emulation and stuff, so I think it's good timing at least. You know, if PlayStation does follow suit, John, like you said, before the end of the year, you know, all that library is preserved as well. But I think it's the difficult part, Sean. Obviously, there is emulation and there is archive.org, but there are people out there that have no knowledge of that, or they just don't want it, and they just want to basically play games on.
Sounds like they should subscribe to RGT85 then.
You should keep promoting the channel then.
You think this is it for stores closing and games being lost, since it seems like all three would be unified then under basically a store setup at that point, since the PS4 to PS5, Xbox to Xbox Series, all was very seamless. We'll see how Nintendo turns out, but it kind of appears that they're all getting things set up for the online storefront going forward.
Seems like it.
Yeah.
I think that's the move, and again, just unfortunate. It just sucks, but yeah, there are options. Let's be very clear. There are options to play games.
Okay.
Any game you want.
Fair enough. Alan Wake 2 is delayed 10 days. 10 days. They moved it out of the way, seemingly of a bunch of games, because they even said, "Hey, there's a lot to play. We're gonna move this game back 10 days." And I feel like we will speculate on if games get moved because other titles around it.
They should. Like, Horizon should get delayed by like 6 to 8 months every time it comes out.
Yeah, right.
It's always bad timing.
It kind of is, but we've speculated on that before. At this point, they just came out and said it. Because if you look at the lineup, I mean, Assassin's Creed Mirage actually got moved up, right? That's at the beginning of October now, I believe. So they moved that up completely. And Detective Pikachu, it's coming out October 6th. Forza, the Arkham trilogy, Lords of Fallen. Then we had obviously Spider-Man 2, Super Mario Bros. Wonder, City Skylines 2, Metal Gear Solid Collection, Alone in the Dark. So there's a lot happening in October, and then you go in November, of course, and it continues to pick up. So I kind of feel like the 27th, that seems like a pretty good spot for it. Alone in the Dark's out the 25th, and then Headbangers Rhythm Royale was out October 31st. So I feel like that's a good place for it, because I thought Alan Wake 2 was going to get run over. That would not be good for it.
Yeah, you don't want to compete with Mario. I mean, obviously it's a different audience, but even like Spider-Man
2, yeah, definitely. If you have Spider-Man 2 in there, yeah, that's going to be an issue.
I thought you said you had fiber there.
Did it fall? Did it?
Yes.
You know,
and you're not even in sync right now. Your voice and your face. What's going on over there?
I don't know, man.
Wi-Fi?
Fiber dial-up.
Did you eat fiber? And that's why?
I'm trying. Okay, we'll figure it out.
The camera looks kind of grainy too.
Listen, man, it's not easy in college.
I didn't have any of this shit in college. I agree.
You're doing great, Josie. You're doing your best. Don't mind these old men.
Okay. happens.
Yeah, that's true. No, in college, I didn't have none of this shit. It was impossible to do.
No, precisely.
Yeah, we
And
didn't have. There was no cameras and easy access to shit like this.
No,
I
hell
made
you
no.
guys,
do.
you guys were still freaking drawing things on cave walls. That's how old you are. We get it. Okay.
I was using sticky notes.
Yeah, we got. I think
I
we
had
got
floppy
that-
disks
I
in
mean,
college.
I was using Clippy.
I
on
was gonna
top of it.
say MVG and Clippy.
So all you're basically telling me is for your next birthday, I'll get you each walkers and brochures to homes.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yes.
Got it.
When I got out of high school to go
Guys,
into
Get me a
college,
timeshare while you're at it. Click.
flip phones
Yeah.
were still big.
I'll get you some extra
so,
condoms too for those STDs in those
you
homes.
know, those
God,
God.
damn.
I'm a married,
my
I'm a
God.
married man. I'm
Uh,
married.
I heard
Are those
the-
for
I
Sean?
heard-
Those are not for me. Those are for
I'll
Sean.
get you. You know what? I'll get you some loofahs. You can put them out in your car. Just saying, the villages in Florida.
When
you
you
get
get older, you don't even want to have
Oh,
plenty
sex.
of
dude, the
welcoming
villages in
space there.
Florida, it goes crazy over there.
It's crazy.
I'm too old for sex now. I get tired. I just say next week.
Oh, it doesn't work anymore. You good?
I'll be okay.
Okay. One
Have you
pill a
heard of
week.
Blue Chew?
is this an RGT sponsor spot?
Yes.
I mean, I have done. Did I? Was it Blue? I'm pretty sure I did Blue Chew sponsorship. Secure the bag, man.
All right, sure. I mean, just coming up soon, we have a lot of stuff happening with Armored Core next week, Mortals of Avium, WrestleQuest, Blasphemous 2, Sea of Stars. There's a lot happening here soon.
It's gonna be like you're in the sprint era. This honestly was probably the start of it this week, and then from here to the rest of the year, there's just gonna be games every fucking week. So people are gonna position themselves in the best way that they feel that they'll be able to maximize their audience without something being too close to it. I don't think that Alan Wake. I mean, you saw Assassin's Creed Mirage moved up a week.
Mhm.
Alan Wake moved back a week. I don't think that's the last of it. I think there'll be more games that get shuffled around as well. You know, it's business.
I can see
Simple
that.
as that.
I think one game got moved that we haven't got the release date for yet, but we'll discuss that soon. Oh yeah, the Crew. Oh yeah, Crew Motorfest as well. That just went gold.
Wow, Crew Motorfest. Fuck yeah.
It's out basically the same day as Mortal Kombat 1 early access. That's why I noticed it.
Wow.
Man, come after the Crew. Jeez.
I mean, you said it like you were excited. Oh, big Crew fan.
I'm interested
Can't
in it.
wait.
I'm curious.
You are not gonna.
You're gonna play it
that.
too. It's a racing game.
What's it on? Is it
Everything.
free?
The
But
Switch.
no, it's kind of arcadey.
Just ask if it was free.
It's like isn't it like one of those? It's a Ubisoft one, so it's like an RPG racer, right?
I'll wait for Forza.
There you go. That'll work. Thank you. Not enough syllables in there. Let's see. Oh gosh, okay. Starfield is gold now. Went gold. It's coming up here soon. Early access is on September 1st. Comes out September 6th, but it is complete, or at least ready to be shipped, I should say. We know how that can go with patches and stuff after the fact. I mean, I'm gonna get an early access and try to get some time in before that weekend for the podcast. But I'm a little confused on this one. On X, the conversation today.
We
What
shouldn't
was it,
even
Sean?
talk about that fucking idiot.
What was the
Like-
conversation today?
Is it Grum? You guys talking about Grums?
I can't believe this
Grummy
took
week.
off as much as it did. Yeah, I wouldn't even really pay attention, but everybody was talking about this thing.
That dude's a fucking moron.
Listen, John, I watched your video today about this and you nailed it. And that is on Twitter now, or X, whatever we call it. You can get monetized and you can get paid for impressions.
Do you think that's what this is? It's just impression farming. It's the
Absolutely.
push the buttons, get the
Absolutely.
engagement.
Yep.
Mm.
You
Get
talk about
all
on
the-
that site, everything is taken as impressions now.
Get
I
all-
don't take anything serious on that site whatsoever.
Get all those Xbox fans riled up. Get all those clicks.
I mean, I saw people just in general talking about this. Like, is the title screen that important? I mean, the answer is no. But
I've never heard a title screen controversy in my life
that's
of
weird.
covering games for more than a decade plus. And I've never like the M4G days. What was it? The Game Revolution, AOL, whatever the hell. What were we in back in the day, John? Forgot those stupid message boards that we
game
were
winners and
in. Game winners, game facts. I've never heard anybody say we have a
And
title
not
screen
old.
controversy.
Can you say you're surprised though, after everything else leading up to this point that we've gotten upset about? Like the ridiculous part to me was whether or not people were arguing of whether or not they thought women had peach fuzz on their face. Like I feel like if we're arguing about that,
This
a
dude
Star
kind of
Trek
looks
does
like a
not
fuck
surprise me.
too.
And that's
Yeah,
stupid,
fuck.
Click. I agree. Oh, goodness gracious. I agree. I agree, Click, with what you're saying, but like this is even worse than that.
I don't think it's surprising though. I just feel like it's just going to be a slippery slope of let's just find everything to complain about. Let's just find new things to make people say this is stupid, but you're also just giving me interaction and you're giving me clicks and you're giving me
Yeah.
more attention. Like we're just a sensation, based website now.
Gene says I guess the person who made the original, what do they call it? Post says
John, just fucking call it like Twitter. Stop trying to make it hard. Everyone will know what you're talking about.
Post says he claims he's not being monetized or he's not doing monetization. So
Well, he probably should, considering what's he done
right?
lately. He's a CEO and designer.
I
He
just
was a
mean
former
because it
team
seemed like
lead.
everyone was talking about that tweet that was put up.
I'm looking at the title screen now. The image, I think it looks actually quite
I'm
good.
confused.
I mean,
It looks good, right?
there's something about minimalism that really is very appealing. So
can you link it? I want to see.
I'll
Wait, so the controversy is the title screen of Starfield?
Well, you can read the person's original message. But basically, it threw into the idea that the devs were either, what was it, MG, rushed or they didn't care.
Yeah,
It's
hastily
the title
shipping
screen.
deadlines by passionate team overworked or a team that didn't care.
This motherfucker was a
Dumb.
part of Way of the Warrior on the 3DO. Shut up! Like that was your first video game. Was Way of the Warrior on the 3DO?
He's
Terrible game.
He's made some stuff, but I think he's trolling. Like I think this is
Has to be
definitely a
troll. Has to
part
be.
troll too,
Has
Which
to
I think
be.
he said it. He also said it like in the the follow-up comments that he's like trolling too a little bit. So.
I don't know.
I want to make a joke about his name, but I don't want, for legal reasons, I won't. This is the stupidest controversy I think I've ever heard.
Yeah. there you go.
It's just a title screen. How long are you spending on the title screen that it's a problem? You
I
turn it
would
on, you
rather
hit new or load. Congratulations.
I'd rather spend more time on the game and hopefully, big hope, it not be buggy and the title screen be minimal. It doesn't matter. But again, we're giving him
It's
more
the
attention for people to go
titles.
find the Zeet and give him more attention.
I think the title screen looks fine
Yikes.
though. I think what it tries to signify is the large open universe, and you make your character and live out your life in the world they built. So
What's the purpose of a title screen? To show the title.
Yep, basically.
I would say wouldn't the box art technically be a bigger argument if that was still a big thing to determine of you going through a store?
Absolutely.
Wouldn't the box art be a bigger deal?
mhm.
I'd say the box art would probably be a bigger
Because
deal.
if you see the title screen, you've already bought it. Like you're not just gonna be like buy the game, make the purchase, and then as soon as you boot it up, like wow, this title screen sucks, and then uninstall. Like you're not. They already got you. So
Yeah, I don't know. It's very weird. It felt like a major reach from Twitter again, but it got
big
people
ass
Just
It's not
It's not
nitpick all
Twitter.
day.
It's not Twitter. It's one fucking dumbass. Like
No, there were other people. There were
Twitter's
other
like
people.
that.
There were other people that were. I mean, listen. There is a concerned effort to downplay this game from people. Like, listen. I know it's not everybody, just weirdos, but still, there is a concerned
talk
effort of
about
people
Max
that are
like that.
literally making accounts to review bomb that are acting insane towards this game. Listen,
it's
I
nothing
watch
new.
I watch a lot. No, we're talking about content creators as well that are literally making things to rile up people to hate this game. Like it's not just crazy. It's like content creators too, crazy content creators, but also them riling up people as well. Like this is nuts. I've never seen anything like this before.
Is it-
like with the game.
Is it just because
is
Xbox
dumb.
owns or Microsoft owns Bethesda? Is that
Yeah,
why?
it's the salt from
Huh.
the fact that the game was supposed to be on PlayStation as well, and then Microsoft bought them. That's part of this, because if this game was on PlayStation, I highly doubt a lot of this stuff would be happening. Like this stuff would not be happening. We would not be going through this nonsense. Like I don't think we would be if it was just like a normal multiplayer game.
I mean, the game so far it looks pretty good. So I'm ready to jump into Starfield when it drops. But review codes are out there, and stuff's already leaked. So this is interesting timeline. Review codes go out, stuff leaks online. So, but I'm looking forward to it. I think it's gonna be a lot of fun when it comes out. So I think a lot of us probably be checking it out too. So should be some good conversations.
Yeah.
I'm picking it up.
Yeah.
What? Wait, what? Where are you guys getting it at?
Game Pass.
Game Pass.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because they can do like the digital deluxe. You do like an upgrade and you get it early. So
Xbox or
PC,
PC
right?
Game Pass?
I'm not even doing the upgrade early. I'm just getting on Game Pass.
Yeah, I'm just
Would,
getting it on Game Pass too. I don't.
would force me to get the collector's edition.
I'm gonna check it on Xbox.
sorry.
I'm checking on both
Forced
Xbox.
Well, no,
and PC.
MBG, you bought the collector's edition too. You
You have
fuck.
it early.
I canceled it.
Ah, good man, good
You
man.
canceled it. What happened?
Is no one? Hold on. Is everybody else getting this on launch? Am I the only one that's like waiting a few days?
Might want to
Yeah.
wait a little bit.
Yeah.
The bugs.
Yeah, I'll
It's
get
on
it. I'll get it.
Xbox Game
That's
Pass,
what's
so
up.
it's like free. So that's what
Yeah.
I'm doing.
I get. Oh yeah, I guess we're getting on
The
Game
bugs
Pass.
not
were
free if you
make,
paid
they,
for
they
it.
I don't-
make
I don't have Game
Bethesda
Pass,
games
so.
charming. I'm looking forward to the bugs.
It's not free if you pay for Game Pass.
Well, it's
Oh,
not,
Jay
it's
boxed
not
me
70.
already.
Ooh, called out.
It's
I'm gonna wait.
apparently Jordan. There's not a lot of bugs based on some of those leaked messages.
Yeah,
So-
but
But even
see.
if there were, I don't care. That's the Bethesda charm, baby.
Did you play Fallout
I like
76?
watching other
No.
people. Bro, Fallout 76 was the biggest jip, bro. They
don't
got to
talk
sing it in
about
West Virginia out in the middle of conventions like it was nothing. You know what I mean? Like, if you can rile a
song go?
community. No, you're not getting me DMCA. I'm not doing that. If you can let people down that drastically, I don't blame people if they want to wait a little bit. I would rather watch other people roll their eyes and be like, yo, what is happening in my game right now? I'd rather watch that and then get a smooth transition later. I don't need another Cyberpunk incident for me.
Yeah, that's true. I can see why you have that feeling.
Well,
What about a Mass Effect Andromeda incident? How about that?
Oh,
I didn't
God.
play Andromeda, Jordan. I took your advice and I just played 1 through 3. Loved it. Recommend it all the time. But Andromeda, haven't touched.
So,
That's
oh my
good.
God, I just had a flashback. Oh, the nightmares of that game.
Listen,
Someone in
her
chat
head
said I
was
got
rolling.
triggered. Bro, I went to like 3 different conventions the year that 76 was supposed to come out, and they had giant Fallout 76 booths. Every time they played that song, everybody in the entire convention hall would stop and just sing. And it was like, yo, this
Like
is going
how?
to be such a great... Shut up, Jordan. This is going to be like such a good experience. This is going to be such a fun game. And then it came out and everybody's like, oh no. And then we never got the game.
Well,
anyway, Starfield, September 1st, early access. September 6th, official launch.
that's a good birthday for me. I'm happy. I'm fine with that.
Exciting stuff. Looking forward to checking out Starfield, and we'll get reviews going live the 31st. So
So that's not a good.
we'll
sign.
do a Metacritic predictions next podcast. But speaking of which, Armored Core 6 this week, 24th,
Is that already
25th,
coming
25th is Friday, 25th. I don't know if anyone's. I don't know who's getting it. I'm getting it. Someone I think asked.
I
that,
didn't know it
actually,
was coming out
message.
already.
I'm getting it.
I'll probably get it, John.
Okay, good.
Can I still get that giant fuck all collector's edition?
Probably. When it comes with like the core and everything, it's this huge
Yeah.
like mech. You should
I don't even want the
Jordan.
game. I just want the giant
It's a
mech.
giant mech. But it is. I mean, it's FromSoft returning to that property after like a decade or so, and we probably have reviews dropping. If it's coming out on Friday the 25th, reviews probably drop like Wednesday or something on the 23rd. Any predictions for Metacritic? We'll see if anyone gets it. Actually, what's the high? I think the highest rated one is probably Armored Core 2 or probably 2 on the PS, 2 or 3.
I think it's 2 on the
2.
PS. Yeah.
I think it's 2. Yeah, I think you're right. And it's not even that high. It's like 70s or something. 70. Okay, 78. But Sean, you believe this is going to get a bump because of FromSoft?
Oh, no question.
Okay. So you think it's going to just get like some extra points because of that logo?
It'll be in the 80s, I think.
Okay. I think
I
that's
agree
right.
with that.
I think that's right. I'm going to put it at an 80. I'm going to put an 85.
I'll say 83.
Yeah, I'm feeling 83 on this one.
87 for me.
Oh,
Wow.
Okay. Wow. All right.
Big spender.
86.
86. Okay.
84.
Man, we're really just playing the prices right at this point.
No one's
like
saying
Price is
it. You know
Right.
what? This is it. 90s. I think it'll be fun. My problem is Sean mentioned that situation where games are coming out every week. It's close to Starfield again. It's like a week off, so I'll get like a week with it before it's like, all right, now it's all Starfield. Man,
Yep.
we want to talk about Gamescom. Gamescom is on the opening night live is the 22nd, and I'm not really sure how much people should expect from this thing. Opening night live, Jeff Keighley mentioned there's going to be a lot of updates on already announced games, which could mean new gameplay trailers, could mean new character reveals, could mean release dates.
At least he's saying that versus just being like, this is gonna be a presentation you don't want to miss, and that's all it is. I think he's learning.
Yeah,
Is
I
this
think
part
so
of
too.
Summer Games Fest?
I don't think so. I think Summer Game Fest's thing. Then he does Opening Night Live. Then he does the Game Awards. So I think he actually has these separated out pretty nicely to where they're three separate things. He's still missing that like early year show. I don't know if he'll figure something
March
out there.
Madness.
Like okay, I go like March. Yeah, I don't think he has that locked down yet, but he has the other 3 quarters figured out at this point.
Get him on the phone.
But he actually put out a list of stuff that will be there. Alan Wake 2, Assassin's Creed Mirage, Black Myth Wukong, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3, Crimson Desert, Cyberpunk 2077, Lords of the Fallen, Sonic Superstars, and Zenless Zone Zero. I don't know what that one is.
Sonic Superstars. I'm looking forward to seeing more on that game. They haven't really showed
not.
much. Huh?
I'm not.
Really?
It's a good game. It's gonna be a good game. No, it's gonna
I've
be a
never
good
seen
game.
one good Sonic game. You can't prove me otherwise.
Sonic Mania,
Sonic
Nope.
2,
We still
Nope.
need the release date on that game.
Sonic Adventure.
Sonic and Knuckles.
Okay,
They're
Sonic
waiting.
Adventure 2.
We have a
Well, they're
rumored
working
release
there.
date,
What was it, the 17th?
the 17th of October. So yeah, we don't have a release date officially yet, and I assume this is a good spot for that. Opening Night Live for part of the trailer where it ends with that.
It would be terrible. It would directly compete with Mario.
Yep.
And
I don't know why they
get
didn't
destroyed.
do it. Yeah, I don't know why they didn't. I don't think it's gonna get destroyed because Sonic fans are complete weirdos and will buy everything. But like, I think that like, it would have been nice if it was a bit closer. Like if it was just like a bit closer,
Like a September
That's
release?
all. Yeah. But Sonic fans will legitimately buy any. And this is actually a good game. So imagine that they're gonna come out and force them by this. So
Yeah, like I'd pick that up and Mario. It's the same week, but people have to choose. Although having it out for the holiday for like Christmas and stuff, that's big for them. So
yeah.
$40 game, right?
No, 60.
No.
I think that's a 60, isn't it? I think it's
Wow, that is a wild plan to have
It's
that.
six-
a 60.
it's
Josie
60.
just judging
Come
the
out.
2D game. Do you see this?
Let them.
It's not that it's
talking about it.
2D.
Go on.
It says Sonic. I like it.
It's okay, but like, come on, you're competing that with Mario, and Sonic has had a absolute pretty bad track record aside from Frontiers lately.
Whoa!
Let them.
What do you
know,
mean?
Josie.
Mania
Let them
doesn't
know.
fully count. Mania,
Mania was made by fans.
It was also Mania was cheaper.
Yeah, it was $20
Also,
too.
yes.
That's why it did so well.
Sonic Mania Plus.
How much was that?
Ooh,
40?
$30.
Sonic 3D games, like the 3D based games have had it rough. The 2D games have been good over the number of
I love running to the right and going over loops. That's so much fun to
Man.
do every single time. Green Hill Zone again. Wow. Who
Have
would
you
get?
seen if you look at the
Green
trailer,
Hill Zone is
you,
returning, right?
you do more than
Oh
that.
wow, that's
Yeah.
crazy.
Much
The
You do
bare
more than
minimum.
that. You got waterfalls now. You got other things that you're doing
What?
in this game.
And don't go
Waterfalls?
chasing those motherfuckers.
Oh shit, dude! I'm so hyped for Sonic now. They really changed up the fucking formula.
They
This
did.
is sick,
It
dude.
looks great.
Wow.
Sonic fans unite.
Oh man, after Sonic. Jeez.
I'm not a huge Sonic fan. I liked it back in the day. I'm not a huge big Sonic fan in today's
Oh,
day.
what's this backpedaling?
But I like Sonic now. Like I like this Sonic game. I like this Sonic game looks dope.
Have you played
This- No, I'm saying it
Then
looks.
you don't know if you like it, OJ.
A lot of people.
I know that I will.
A lot of people who have played it have said very positive things about it.
I haven't heard one thing about it.
I played it
No?
at Comic Con.
Huh?
Was it
Played it
good?
at Comic Con.
MVG played it at Comic.
How is it?
It's good. It's tight. I like it. I'm all
How
in
much
on it.
money they pay you?
The game developer says that it's good. So
Yeah.
MVG said, but he also said Death Stranding's good. So you can't
Oh.
take his opinion completely
Did
serious.
they-
But he's saying
Whoa.
it's good. So I
meant to-
like this.
I meant to ask
I
Did
like
they
MVG
give
something
you-
actually.
Hold
Death
on. Did they
Stranding is
give you
good,
a
though.
blue chair? Is there a blue chair?
No, dude,
Ooh.
are you kidding me? If I got a blue Sonic chair, come on.
He'd be in
feel
frame
anything.
right
Yeah.
now.
You know how much that shit would be worth in like
I
10
know.
years?
MVG, I meant to ask you the other comment for the. I want to go back to it real quick because this is something I meant to bring up. For the Starfield title screen thing, it was mentioned that title screen is the last thing people work on. Is that true?
No, it's not.
Okay,
No,
I just wanted to know if that was true or not. That was just
complete
It seems like I was working on a title screen last night. It's the first thing I did.
I'm trying to be, I'm trying to understand the thought process of this person's tweets, but no, it's not the last thing that you do.
Okay.
Tell me when
Let
is the
him
Tomba?
know.
When is the Tomba start screen happening? Can you tell me when in development the Tomba starts?
No.
No,
It's like
No,
comment.
no, OJ. Move on.
no.
Are we expecting anything legitimate out of opening night live? Okay, so Black Myth,
No.
Wukong. I could see.
No,
I could see a
they've
release
already
date for
done.
that.
John, did you read Jeff Keighley's tweet? He said, "Don't expect any big new game announcements.
Mhm.
Don't expect any surprises.
That's what they want
I
you
don't know if I
to.
say don't expect any surprises.
No end surprise. No one more thing. It's going to be games that we know about,
Mhm.
and they're going to be showing them.
So release
Cool.
date for Black Myth Wukong, you think? Maybe a playable
Wait.
demo?
Sure.
Wait, hold up. No. He did say something else though. He said there will be at least, surprise or two.
Oh,
He did follow
boy.
that up by saying
Another
that.
Fast and Furious game?
I got
Let's go.
I got a prediction. I got something they
Ken.
might have there. Prediction. Although I do think Stalker 2 could get a release date there. It's already been kind of rumored to be first week of December. So I could see that getting shown there. And there'll probably be some Game Pass reveals too. Like, what would be good is if they just got Bomb Rush in there for day one.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind
That'd
seeing
be
them
good for
announce that.
That'd be good for the developer too.
Yeah, because I think it's doing well on the Switch and PC right now, and if you get the Microsoft check for Game Pass, that'd probably put them over into the black for development costs. So,
When's our Suicide Squad update? I feel like everyone forgot.
oh
about
man, everyone did forget. I forgot about that.
It's with the Pokemon update.
it. Oh hell yeah!
If
What about the Redfall update? Where's that at?
You
The what?
do realize those are two very opposite ends of the spectrum, right?
I don't actually.
One game came out.
There seems like two updates that need to come out.
I wonder if the new Tomb Raider could be shown here, because their website got updated, and it seems like they're preparing for something.
When was the last Tomb Raider? Now that I'm thinking about it. What year was that?
Shadow of the Tomb Raider, and that was
that 3-4 years?
That was 2018. So
5 years.
It's been a bit. And the last word that was going around is that the Tomb Raider game, because the way they announced it, it felt like it was actually farther off. But it sounds like it's actually, there was more work done to it than people were expecting. So
Okay.
I wouldn't be shocked if they mentioned it or even showed a trailer. Not a release date or anything, even a year, but just like, hey, here's Tomb Raider.
That's got to be like the most graphically impressive game, right? Because I feel like that's how Tomb Raider's always been marketed, as like.
Well, it's gonna be UE5 to Unreal Engine 5 as well. So
Yeah.
I would assume so at that point. But
Okay.
but the problem I'm running into here, I think I don't know if it's a reboot or something, but it's the catchphrase again, or at least on the website now, is basically becoming the Tomb Raider. And that never even really
Another
happened
reboot.
with
Hasn't-
Shadow of the Tomb Raider.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I feel like that's what they've been
Yes.
doing this whole time, has been prequel kind of stuff.
Yes, that's why I thought they were going to continue with that. It kind of looks like they might be.
I hope they make her like a. Never mind.
Oh wow.
Yeah, you
Yeah, you gotta
just
cut yourself off,
stomp
everybody.
all your head. Just
Yeah, it's. I mean, their phrase on the website has become a Tomb Raider. I think that's just for signing up and stuff. But people are reading into it like, wait, are they gonna reboot again?
finally.
What was Sean gonna say? What were you gonna
Oh,
say?
don't worry about
No.
it. Fine, let it lie.
After show?
After show.
They were.
Not even there. Let that one lie. Let that wherever that was going, let it lie.
That's my concern, is that they're gonna try to reboot it again without completing the initial reboot. So
If they do that, I'm gonna be so disappointed. I've been waiting forever.
I don't know what I don't even know what else could be here that would be not a huge deal, but still be kind of cool. I don't know. Time Splitters. There's that. That's just been sitting out there somewhere this whole time. I just
Do you think we're going to see that, John?
do I want to see Time Splitters?
Do you think we're going to see that?
That seems like one of those announcements that's not like the big AAA. Here's the new Xbox Series system or something kind of announcement that would be at the Game Awards, but it would be small enough to where it's like, okay, here's Time Splitters, you can check it out. Not necessarily play it here, but here's the gameplay or here's footage of it, and
That'd be a cool announcement. If they showed that.
yeah, but like I mean, that's not like the big AAA style. That's still kind of in AA territory, I think, for probably the budget behind it. But I like that'd be a fun one to just have in the opening night live. And I guess is Kojima going to show up?
Hopefully not.
And would
He'll
be
be
an
on
update?
some. I bet he's on some pre-recorded thing.
Probably.
Is it another
Thanking
podcast?
Jeff for nothing insequential to video games.
Do you think he would talk about Death Stranding 2, or do you think he would talk
wouldn't-
about his Xbox project?
Neither.
No,
I don't think either.
I
of them.
wouldn't,
just say hi.
I wouldn't be surprised if we got another Death Stranding trailer.
Okay. He would just say hi. That we said Sean. Okay.
I mean, he'll pitch some podcast or some bullshit. He did it before.
I just wonder if Death Stranding 2 is getting. I don't know if we're gonna get it next year, but if it was a holiday 2024 title, you feel like they would start some kind of push for it, whether it's here.
No,
at
they're gonna
PlayStation
delay
Showcase.
it. They're gonna delay it.
Maybe 2025.
Yeah.
I guess. I mean, Death Stranding. How many
We heard
years
about Death
off?
Stranding for like 8 years. I feel like.
They're not going
2019.
to show. They're not going to show Death Stranding at Gamescom. Like, remember when?
Thank you.
Remember when they did show Death Stranding 1 at Gamescom? That was the reveal of what the actual game was, and that's when we all realized it was a walking simulator. But we'd seen much of the game before that,
Yeah.
so Gamescom isn't the venue for unveiling Death Stranding.
Gamescom is the venue for like nothing.
Wow.
Well, I
No
feel like if you want to
expectations. That's
start,
probably good.
if you want to start wanting people to watch your show, wouldn't that be actually revealing things that people want to see?
How about this?
So it's not
What were
Why not?
Gamescom 2022 reveals?
because was there even a Gamescom 2022? Like,
There
The
was.
biggest Gamescom 2022 announcements and reveals. This was from Opening Night Live. Let's see. Oh, that's right. That was the big re-reveal for Dead Island 2. Remember that was the game
Re-reveal.
that everyone thought was like gone. It was never coming back, and then they did the re-reveal, and they're like, "Oh yeah, it's coming out."
Did that
first
ever
half
come
next
out?
year.
Yeah, and it's good.
Yeah.
It's one of those games that just kind of came and went.
New Tales from the Borderlands was announced, Jordan.
Yeah, let me tell you about that game. It's not great.
Lords of the Fallen got announced.
yeah.
Callisto
yeah,
Protocol
that's right.
got its like game and development release
Just-
date there.
just-
maybe?
Oh, you like that game, right?
Yeah,
Sean?
I was gonna say yeah, I liked it. All right.
You wanna
Callisto was
show off
pretty good.
More about the RoboCop game.
So they did have some.
No, I think they
That's
already
getting
said RoboCop was going to be there.
Oh,
I-
it
I-
is. Hell
Oh yeah,
yes.
RoboCop's probably good.
I think this year is going to be better than the lineup of games that Keely has talked about this year might be better than last year, it seems, or whatever.
Ooh,
I
Adam,
think it's better.
Adam mentions what about the Wonder Woman game that has been announced? That could
That's
be
still far off, though, isn't it?
there. Yeah, maybe. I'm curious what they'll have there to make it worth having an event of any kind. So
So that they said Crimson Desert. What's that?
Nah, it's classic.
There's Crimson Fallen, Lords of the Fallen.
yeah,
Did we go over that?
The Fallen is just.
Yep,
Lord of
I
the
went over all
Fallen
the
2.
ones that they would have there. Crimson
okay.
Desert is the it's the online game.
Hell yeah. Fuck yeah.
Cyberpunk.
Yeah,
Click
for
for
the
you,
DLC.
Cyberpunk.
Huh?
For you,
I played
Cyberpunk.
I played like 5 hours of that game and then it crashed on my
There you go. You can play
high-end
more now.
PC. Nope.
I'll probably check
Nope.
out the DLC.
I'll-
I mean, I played through
I'll
the
let
game. I'll
Evan-
check out the DLC.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
I'll
like
let
the
Evan
techniques.
try to get me to play that game, but you know what? He won't play WoW with me, so.
Cyberpunk was like
Evan.
Wow.
40 hours or so. It
Whoa.
was all right. It was all right. Opening Night Live.
What are you looking forward to, Josie?
I don't know. This is kind of Gamescom doesn't even. I'm sorry. Gamescom just doesn't really matter. Like we didn't even remember what happened last time. So
Right.
why are we going to remember this next year? We're not, because nothing's going to come out that's super cool or super new. We might get some cool stuff.
Yep, and the internet might drop on you while you're in the middle of your
God.
speech.
That's
Yep.
true. I don't
National
remember what happened
frozen.
yesterday though. So,
Ah.
Amazing
so they're
fiber Wi-Fi you got going on over
Josie's
there.
spitting right now.
You
I
need to
don't
look
know.
at your connection, dear.
I'm gonna say Gamescom 2022
the bootleg
attendance.
fiber.
But I
Jesus.
actually,
No.
I heard
You got
that.
great
actually-
value fiber. Did you get great value fiber?
Just saying.
I agree with Josie. By the way, we don't. No one remembers Gamescom. Like we forgot about last year.
Hey.
The only reason
What
anyone's
it-
talking about it is because Jeff Keighley is out there hyping it up like he
Yeah.
does.
When-
Because that's his
when-
job. His job is to hype up shit.
But when does he start learning and start doing things? Like, when does he's like, oh, people keep saying this, and this for multiple years in a row. Maybe I should actually change it up and give
When
them
the-
something to talk about. That's not a jab or negative.
When the money dries up.
I'm gonna subscribe to Jeff Keighley right now on X. That's what I'm
Money.
gonna do. This is a great person. He's doing
On
some
what?
good work. I'm gonna subscribe to him. $2.99 a month. Do it. I did it.
All right. So no expectations for Gamescom. That might be the way to go anyway for a lot of people. Disappointment. Last year, 265,000 people attended Gamescom. So we'll
Poor
s-
people.
see
They must
how-
have nothing else to do that
Wait.
day.
265,000 attended Gamescom.
Yeah, it's the biggest game trade show every year. I don't think people
Damn.
realize that. Well, usually it's over
I mean,
300,000
isn't it like
people.
the only trade show?
Well, I mean, no, there's like PAX and we had even E3. Usually E3 would be a quarter the size of Gamescom every year.
I think people
It's
go
a
to
lot
PAX
of
to
people.
play
You
games.
You can't compare PAX though, because PAX is quite
PAX is
literally
a party
divided
con.
into different regions. You know what I mean? So there's people that aren't going to go to East because they're going to West.
Right.
And
One's a
South's
consumer
not even a thing anymore, right?
PAX is a consumer show, and Gamescom is more really of a trade show.
Yeah.
Mm.
So, but I mean,
Where is Gamescom?
Germany.
Whoa.
Oh, well, that would make sense.
but yeah, I guess
You're
it's
afraid of the Germans.
There's
Huh?
Tokyo Game Show.
Tokyo Game Show. Yep, that's another one. It's coming up a month after Gamescom.
Well, I mean,
that's
really, the real
planned.
question is which one of these events is going to have the Switch 2 unveiling?
It's Gamescom, right? Wasn't
None of
that it?
Yeah, they change their predictions like every week.
Well, I thought that's what X said. I thought it was on X.
Oh, okay.
Did
Call
somebody actually say something that stupid about that? Like people actually saying that?
Go ahead, Sean.
Check.
I might even ask it. Of course they are. Of
Sean-
course
Sean's
they are.
probably got a video chronicling that. Just
Check your sub
laughing
feeds.
for like
Never
10 minutes.
trust the check marks.
Let's see. We'll go. Anyway, we do have Gamescom Opening Night Live that airs August 22nd, 2 p.m. Eastern Time. So 11 a.m. Pacific. We'll see how it goes. Apparently, there's a 30-minute pre-show that I'm sure will be great as well. So there you go.
Ooh, nice.
We'll revisit any of the big announcements next weekend. Let's see. I'll go some of the super chats here. GameCube says, anyone on the panel gonna play Armored Core 6? I will.
Yes.
I will be playing it. OJ will be playing it. MVG will be playing it. There you go.
I will watch first and then decide if I want it.
Click will be playing. It's gonna have 3v3 online multiplayer. So
I don't care about that, but I just want to play this player.
Lemstar says, what's a bigger story this week? Starfield's title screen or iShowSpeed? I don't know, but X.com sure wants to tell me about both of them.
Eh.
Hey, he didn't.
I would say I show speed. My sister sent me that. She's like, "Hey, be careful." I'm like, "Oh my god, Linda, please."
What? He didn't get banned, and now more
No.
people are talking about his name. Hey,
Well, he's on Kick. Of course, he didn't get banned.
Business 101. Secure the bag.
I thought it was on
Okay.
YouTube.
It's on YouTube.
It was,
Oh, I thought it was on Kick. I thought he was streaming on
No,
Kick.
he's a
No, he's on
streamer.
YouTube, and they didn't ban him.
Oh,
Bro, he
was
makes
an
him so much money with.
it was an
Right.
accident. It was he was clearly just it was an accident, right?
I mean, I'm not gonna get upset. Freaking, there are females who do it too, and they
It was not an
Don't
accident.
get banned.
I would just
It was
be
not.
like, hey, this is like some of the people do on Twitch where they paint their boobs. Just like, oh, I was painting my penis. Sorry, it's art. Don't be stopping art.
Yeah, if you guys think that was an accident,
Stop
it wasn't an accident, guys. Just let you know
Jesus.
it wasn't.
Uh,
As a man, you know what you're doing when you do stuff like that. You know it. You know what could happen. There's no
I
way that
don't
was
know.
an
I
accident.
showed my ass crack on here once, and that was
An
an
ass crack is
accident,
completely different because you were getting up and walking away, which was still hilarious.
Yeah, you know, that was
That's
a little
very
more,
different
That was
than
a little more.
thrusting on camera right in front. Very different.
I don't know the specifics of what happened, so thank you for telling me. Yeah.
He's thrusting on camera. Well, anyway,
It was
after show, right?
it's
You
shared
saw it?
all over X.
Jesus.
Like, it's everywhere on there. Yeah,
He's
and now he has a
intentionally-
whole
Y'all's
nickname that he.
feet-
He's intentionally thrusting on camera, making a joke while he's not wearing anything. He's just wearing one layer. As a man, you know good and well
Oh.
what could happen.
Okay. Yep. Okay. Got it.
He seems
Anyways.
he seems pretty distraught from some of the stuff being shared online. So.
John, if there's ever
I'll
a
leave it
time where
at
you
that.
want to just segue into a new subject like you always do very well, this would be the time, you know?
This would be it.
Doctor
Awkward
says,
silence change.
been playing
The
the Shadow
BBC.
of Mordor games, and man, it's a shame. The Nemesis system is only allowed to be used by WB. Wish other studios could play with it. Yeah, it's kind of locked away, but I think they're going to use it for Wonder Woman, so there you go. Shout out to the game patents. Cody says, do you have any small YouTube channels you recommend? I'd like to call out Jen's
Let 'em
Reviews
know.
from the Grave. They review
Let
horror
'em-
movies and Tales from Crypt.
Let him know, Sean. What's the YouTube channel?
YouTube.com/Dreamcast guy.
Yes.
Okay.
I thought you were going to say your emulation friend.
Look, a lot of small YouTubers are dicks. Just to be honest with you, like I don't know why. Like I'll
What
be
are big YouTubers?
Holy
I'll be
shit.
friends with them, and like we're super cool, and then all of a sudden they're just like, I fucking hate RGT, and I'm like, I did not do anything. Like
What?
Are you
That is
sure?
a
Wow.
huge generalization.
I
Turn
said
on you.
some. I didn't say all.
You said a
let's
lot. You said a lot.
All right.
see.
throw
A
in
lot
one,
that
Sean.
I've dealt with. A lot
Okay.
that I have dealt with.
Okay, that's fair.
I mean, did you tell him you'd probably take a peek in the shower? Because they might not like you after that.
Mm.
That's still
Yeah.
the funniest thing I've ever. One of
I
the
mean, I might
funniest
take a
things I've
peek.
ever.
Oh, it took me a second. I was like, what the fuck is she talking about? I'm not gay. And then I was like, oh yeah. I said I would look at Click in the shower. I like Kyle Peterson. He does some unbox. He's not really small though. He's got like 30,000, but he does unboxing of wrestling figures. He has a really cool room. Oh wait, I got a good one. It's the people that are making the ROM hack for No Mercy. It comes out the same day as SummerSlam, or no, it comes out I think the 28th of this month. I don't remember his name though.
Oh man, you're gonna
Mr.
leave him hanging.
Sujano, Mr. Sujano's too big. He's verified.
You're gonna leave him hanging. The No Mercy mod. Man.
I can't. Let me find it real quick.
Okay,
It's
you-
called
You
No
do that, I
Mercy
gotcha.
Legends 3.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, the channel's called WWF Legends.
There you go. All right, we'll go with that.
I'll put it. If you like No Mercy, check them out and look at the promo for the upcoming mod. I can't fucking wait.
Can we also agree that like big YouTubers could also be assholes, Sean?
Pretty much every person in the world is an asshole.
about
And
to
I'm-
say,
If
there
you're
are
a
a-
YouTuber, you're an asshole.
There are a ton of
yeah,
really
if
big
you're a
YouTubers.
YouTuber, you're an asshole. Pretty
There's
much.
a ton of big YouTubers that are complete mess.
Say it. Say it.
There what?
Just there's a lot of messed up. Look, we saw some other big YouTubers in the news this week about mistreating people and stuff. But I wasn't there, so I don't know.
Wait,
But I'm
what
just
did I
saying.
miss? What who? What happened?
Linus, you didn't see the Linus
yeah,
tech
yeah,
tip
yeah,
shit?
yeah. I already forgot about that.
It's
stuff.
fucking
You're right.
kicking babies and shit at his headquarters.
And-
That's what I heard.
What?
That's what
What
I
about-
heard. Allegedly.
And that other the fake reaction chick, like stealing people's content and stuff. There's a lot of
What,
crusty.
Sniper?
What? Since
Yeah.
when does that happen?
The sniper wolf, that's been happening for like a decade.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm
Like,
just saying, there's a lot of people that do that. Like, you know,
Yeah.
now she's getting called out by other big content creators.
That's
though,
why
so.
you sub to YouTubers who haven't made videos in like 6 months, because that means they're living their lives and they're probably not trash.
Subscribe to Scott the Was.
Oh, fuck you.
This is
He needs help. Yeah.
This is from Zbat, who says, glad to have Click back. Can we have an update on what games Click has played here as of late? Also, congrats on 705K. Keep the spawn points coming. I will, Zbat. What'd you play, Click?
It's only for me, the outside of Tears of the Kingdom, I kind of got burned out on single player stuff. So I've just been doing World of Warcraft again with the new expansion. But apparently that's a boring topic. So continue.
MTS says, listen to Nate's show with MVG. One thing you didn't mention, does Red Dead Redemption get the same backlash if GTA Trilogy was a functioning release?
We actually did mention that later on in the episode,
Uh-huh.
so go back and listen to it.
Okay.
Yikes.
Newtonian says, got Quake 2 yesterday on the PS5 MVG, and I love it.
Thank you. I had nothing to do with the development of that game, but
Your
Thank
name.
you.
That's why you love it. That's why you love it.
Cody says, have you played the Twin Peaks fan-made PC demo?
No, I saw it though. I saw a stupid Tony from Hack the Movies played it.
Oh boy.
But no, I don't. Here's a good smaller channel. 7,000 subs, a little smaller. I'll drop it in the chat. Chronic Spartan Gaming. He made a game recently.
Okay.
Came out on the eShop, I believe. Nice guy. I've talked to him before.
Here's a good one. We got is anyone here a fan of The Walking Dead like that?
No.
Not as much anymore.
I used to be really into Walking Dead.
Did you like the first 4 seasons?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's like arguably the best of it.
Okay. There was a game that was announced this week that in concept sounds really good. You play through it's like an action adventure kind of game. You play through the first 4 seasons, that storyline, right? And at different points in time, you can change the outcome of decisions, and it will alter the storyline depending on how you do it.
It's Game Mill, John.
It's called-
Preface it by saying it's Game Mill before going down
I wanted
this.
them to get really excited before I crushed everyone's dreams and
Why
excitement.
are you yelling at me?
That was wild.
You'll understand with Game Mill in a second because it's hurt Sean as well. Trust me, many times. Walking Dead Destinies is what it's called. Game Mill and Flux Games.
They take these fucking IP like they did. Remember they did the G.I. Joe
Yes,
game.
you were excited for that too. You're like,
I was, and
G.I.
then I was like,
Joe.
this is really mediocre. Aren't they doing? I know they're doing something else that I'm looking forward to as well. And I'm
why
trying
are
to.
you looking forward to it? It's probably that Inspector Gadget game or something.
Are they? Is that the one that's doing it? Well, I mean, okay. To be fair,
Oh gosh.
the Nickelodeon kart racer games aren't that bad.
You got to look at the developer though that's with them because Game Mill will just publish anything. They don't care. Did you see the trailer for this game?
Wait, they also released Cruise and Blast.
Yeah, but they publish it. You got to look at them and the developer. I'm saying Game Mill will do whatever. They don't seem to care. But then you look at the developer, Flux Games.
Flux Games.
They
Let's look them
made
up.
the Cobra Kai games.
Oh God. I mean, those are okay.
No, what?
That's the problem.
Hold on, wait, what? The Cobra Kai games are okay. Have you
yeah,
seen
the
them?
beat 'em up games.
No,
Yeah.
what?
They're not bad. They're not
No.
terrible.
No, he's not. Wait, Cobra Kai? That game?
Yes, Cobra
That game's-
Kai. The game. The
Cobra
based
Kai
on this-
game's not
the
very.
TV
Good. It's
series.
not very good.
It's not,
Yeah.
but it's not. What I'm saying is, it's mediocre.
Is it?
This is a very mediocre company. If you have any sort of hope for The Walking Dead Destinies, stop it.
Did you watch the
First off,
trailer?
why? No, I
Oh,
don't even know
dude, it
what
looks
was-
crazy. I
Why
wouldn't
did
even
you
watch the
wait? Why did Sean play Cobra Kai games when he hasn't even seen the show?
I like beat 'em ups.
They also did Get Over Here and Trench Unlimited.
Oh, that's
Aw,
Timeless
Trench
games.
Unlimited.
Sorry,
Never heard
Trenga
of it.
Unlimited. I
okay. That's
I don't
even
know.
better.
I'm sorry. I thought that was a C and an H. This is on all platforms. Okay, well, you can look at it. If you look at the trailer for Walking Dead Destinies,
I'm watching it
looks
now.
some of the visuals look crazy in that game.
Is this the Switch and handheld mode, or
I think that's the PlayStation 5 version.
well,
Graphics aren't everything, Sean.
I know they're not, but what's the price of this game?
It's
There is
called
a Switch version.
Yeah, the problem is the premise is good. Like they show Rick and Shane like fighting in the field, and instead Rick dies and Shane lives. So like
Hey,
Spoiler
that's
Yeah.
alert.
awesome.
that's a good premise. It's like, oh, you can change those things throughout, but then
Rick.
it just doesn't look like they really went for it with the developer. I mean, who knows? Maybe they surprised people, but based on what they showed, I don't know. It's a shame, but we don't know the pricing on it. I don't think yet.
Their games. Oh, if it's game mode, it'll probably. I would say 50. Because that's what Nickelodeon Kart Racer usually comes in at.
Yeah, because they got to get the licensing and stuff, so it probably will be. It won't be like a $30 game or anything like that. It'll probably be like 50, right? So
Yeah.
that is a shame. I feel like I should apologize for them, the Walking Dead fans, because we heard about what it was going to
People
be.
still watch that shit.
So
Microids.
they
Microids is doing the Inspector Gadget game, sir.
They ended The Walking Dead show at 11 seasons, only to make 7 different spin-offs that feature characters from the main show that go off in different directions.
Okay.
How do people
Yes.
keep up with that?
I
That's
don't know,
crazy.
yeah, there's a lot.
Same way I watched Jordan's like 20-hour video.
Hey, you shut your mouth.
Well, at least Inspector Gadget's only a $40 game.
Yeah, I don't really have high hopes for that one either.
Stop it!
That would be too expensive to acquire.
You got Penny, Dr. Claw.
Oh gosh.
Claw?
Discover 16 fun mini games inspired by the Inspector Gadget universe. I better have the fucking. Oh look, it's got the superb soundtrack from
Better have
Tanish
what?
Chalopin,
Actually hyping up an Inspector Gadget
Yes, he
license
is.
game.
Yes.
the daughter
I
of
can't believe
Inspector
this,
Gadget's
bro.
creator,
I
Jean.
can't believe
Chalopin.
this,
He's
bro.
everywhere, OJ.
It's a good Inspector Gadget's a fucking
This man
classic
is-
cartoon.
He's
Hyping up Inspector Gadget license game, bro. Listen. All right, I'm done. I ain't gonna say nothing.
Call of Duty Modern
This is
Warfare
preferred
3.
behavior.
It's coming out this November, it looks like. And
That's
interestingly
very
enough,
fast.
the maps are going to be remasters for Modern Warfare 2. MVG's going.
Which is great.
Why?
That was a good decision.
I thought MVG would be all about this.
He was pissed off at the fucking Inspector Gadget slander.
Oh. Yeah, the Modern Warfare 3 MVG, it is it's coming November, and the maps are all Modern Warfare 2 remasters from. All right, Modern Warfare 2, what
Just
people
came
were
out.
just playing. This is Modern Warfare 2 from 2009 on the 360. They're bringing those maps, all those multiplayer maps, to the new one. That's like their strategy.
Anyone find it weird that
Okay.
they pivoted really fast, and it's like instead of a gap in between, they're just going
Yes.
right to 3 right after 2?
Yes, that is weird. That's why people are they're kind of questioning it, a little confused right now, because originally it's going to be expansion, and now they're like, no, it's $70 is the full thing. And it's like, is it though? Is it? Apparently it's going to be like a open map with zombie mode and all of this stuff too. I don't know. This seems a little strange.
Yeah, I'm happy
gonna
about
check
the
it out.
maps though. All the other ones are like add-ons. Like for me, it's like, oh, that's sick that they're there. But all they needed to say was Rust, and I'm like, okay, that's cool.
I mean, the maps
That's it.
are good. Modern Warfare 2 had some really good maps back in the day.
Yeah,
Although
Favela's there.
there's some nostalgia, I'm sure, to that from like the 360 days, but those are still. I mean, you can still play the game now, and it still holds up because they fixed the servers, and you don't have to listen to people on there because you can just do party chat and not deal with anyone in any of those rooms. So it's
Perfect.
I don't know. That's interesting for it still being a full price like premium release. It does kind of feel like they were going to do an expansion. They just threw some extra stuff in there to get it to that price.
When will they show us the new Warzone? Is that part of this, you think?
Good question, because there should be a new Warzone with it. Because, like I said, I think they usually use all the different maps to make the big Warzone map. So
Right.
I assume that's just going to be a reveal at some point, because they did the reveal in Modern Warfare 2's Warzone, like they had a mode for it. I assume they're going to do something again with that as they go along and kind of build out the reveal. So could be at Gamescom. I mean, MW3 is going to be there apparently. So there you go. But otherwise, they might just hold their own event, because they did that with Modern Warfare 2, where they had an entire event that then showed all the different special editions and stuff they have and
Yep.
gameplay. And I feel like it's going to look very, very similar to Modern Warfare 2. It's just a hunch. So we'll see. Then we had Lenovo Legion Go. It's a new Switch, apparently.
The laptops.
It's Lenovo, yeah, they make the laptop stuff. The system leaked out, and it looks like one of the PC gaming handheld setups, but it has Joy-Cons, and the Joy-Cons look really weird because they just put everything they could on it. The thing has like 18 buttons.
John, you're too nice sometimes. Just tell it how it is. It looks like dog shit.
No, the main unit looks
No,
all
the whole
right.
thing is terrible.
Dude, do you see how like fucking wide
It's
those
big- it's
Joy-Con-
pretty
They're
big.
huge.
Well, the
They're like
system
huge
is
dog
big
turd
because they double stacked USB ports. So look at like your USB ports on your computer and be like, okay, they stacked 2 of those on top of each other. That's how wide the system is.
Like I get it, it's a budding marketplace and market space, but this I don't feel is it.
Which one is it though? Like the ROG Ally is doing pretty okay, but
Yeah.
so why is there another one now? Like,
Why
Are we-
not?
are we-
Everybody's
are we
trying to get in on
fighting-
it.
are we fighting for the scraps here? What's happening
Yes.
here?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why there's not just like for TVs. It's not just like Samsung or Sony. There's there's TCL. There's like the cheaper brands and stuff like that.
It's the thing that's weird to me is the Steam Deck makes sense because Valve makes money on their store. ROG is like Asus is making money on a ROG store, and
The
Lenovo's
Steam
not
Deck
making
makes
money on it.
sense because it doesn't run Windows.
That too.
Like,
That too.
Windows, these Windows handhelds, there's just something off about all. Windows was never meant to be run on a handheld.
Right. That's a big problem. They like Microsoft, if they're going to do it, they actually have to like invest and build out a handheld version of Windows, I guess. Because I'll admit the ROG Ally, while it has more options because it runs Windows, it also has a lot more problems because it runs Windows. So
Yep. I mean, I think the ROG Ally, aesthetically and hardware-wise, I think it's a fine system. I can't get over the fact that it runs Windows, and if you want to do anything useful with it, you got to plug in a mouse and keyboard anyway. So what is the point? What's the point?
yeah.
Like, you need a proper interface where you can actually use, the controls that you've been given to do your whatever workflow that you want to do, play games on it.
I still just
Install
recommend
games.
the Steam Deck to most people at this point, just because it's
Yep.
it also performs better at like 15 watts and less or less. So I say go with the Steam Deck if you're gonna do it. This one's weird though because they are just unabashedly like, we're just gonna make a Switch-like device, and that's kind of it. The Joy-Cons and whatever they detach, and it's just, I don't know. It doesn't. I don't think it's gonna do that much. I think it's gonna be a pretty muted launch, and people are gonna be like, "That's weird." That's sort of it.
Price? What's the price?
I'm gonna go $650.
What's the specs? What are we looking at here?
Probably.
We don't know yet.
Probably. I mean, if I had to take a guess, probably one of the newer AMD chips, like what's in the ROG Ally right now. They're just. It
Yeah,
sounds like
that's
AMD is
good.
just passing these things out, and people are using it. So
The only thing that could make sense is if this was like a cheaper option to the other ones that we already have.
I think this is more expensive. I think they're gonna go for that higher tier, and I think the way that they might try to justify it is one of the reasons I think it's so wide is because the battery is there's gonna be a larger battery in there. So.
Wow.
That's about it. And it's gonna be like, hey, it has Joy-Cons. It's like, great, these things are terrible. I don't know. It's weird. And it's to the point where they have concept of it and marketing materials. So this thing's probably getting announced next month, maybe even before the end of this month.
No,
many
nobody's
buy?
gonna buy this thing.
Could be a Gamescom.
It might be. Lenovo might have a booth. Let's check that. We can check, actually. We can see if Lenovo has a booth there.
Lenovo Gaming.
Yeah, because they have their like Legion lineup. That's their laptop
Mhm.
line, I think, is Legion, or their desktop line too. But OJ's right. I don't. You know who's gonna buy this thing? YouTubers to
Yeah.
open it up and look
Yep.
at it and stuff. That's about it.
Nobody's buying any of these things. Nobody wants to talk about it because people like these, but nobody's really buying any of this stuff.
I
These
think-
mini PC stuff. Nobody's giving any sales numbers. Nobody's talking about how any of this stuff is doing because none of it's doing very good. The Asus, I don't even know how Steam Deck's doing. Nobody wants to talk about any of that, But the reality is that none of this stuff is selling. So
I think
I
Steam
don't-
Deck's
this-
like 3 million units or something like that.
They need to announce the numbers then and say what's going on instead of hiding them. Instead of us just guessing what the numbers are.
Yeah.
If it's doing that well.
I think that's I think it's an estimate from Omdia for Steam Deck.
Yeah, it's just
total
estimates.
console sales,
They're not. Nobody's saying any numbers. The Asus ROG Ally thingy. None of this stuff has any numbers, so nobody can tell how good or bad it's doing. So
Yeah. I mean, I think at this point, Valve just sells it as a path to their store that makes stupid money. So like, whatever. But there's a path to
Steam Deck
something.
makes sense. Yeah, Steam Deck it makes sense. These things are cool, like for enthusiasts, for YouTubers to break them down and tell, oh yeah, this is. But at the end of the day, most people are just gonna look at this and be like, what is this thing?
Yeah.
Even the Steam Deck is a very like targeted, like it's people like us, people watching this buying it, but there's not a mainline audience for that really either.
hmm
But is that I guess the counter to that would be, is that what they're going for? Are they going? Because it's not, you can't walk into a store and buy, I can't go to Walmart and buy a Steam Deck or something like that. So maybe they intended this to be a niche thing. They understood that going in, and, they're satisfied with the results.
That's true. You got to
well,
buy
I'm
it
not
on
saying-
Steam. That's true.
I'm not saying that like the Steam Deck is doing it's not doing its job, because I get that, but why would you capitalize on a market that is barely there?
Mm.
To get to that market first.
That's
maybe.
fair. It's fair.
I think that these things, that's true with some of the market being first, but I think that this is obviously like what the future is going to be, right? Like it's going to be able to wear like a cell phone where you're going to be able to play anywhere. There's going to be super powerful systems that you can just play anywhere, and that's going to become the standard in the future. So I think just starting out now, might as well just start doing it, because that's where everything's going. Nobody's making like Steam machines, right? These companies aren't making like trying to emulate Microsoft and Sony. They're trying to do these things. They're trying to do this portable stuff. So, because that's the future, just like cell phones were taking over landlines, right? So, I think that's really where they're aiming for, and that's fine. Like they're cool. But right now we're in the first generation of them. Like I'll get more excited like once we start getting like the Steam Deck 2, right? Once they get that next iteration and they start, that's when I'll be like, okay, like let's see what they do next after they've actually had, after their first portable.
The current, Go ahead.
Sorry, go ahead.
Click.
I was just saying, what's crazy to me is like I actually wish what's PlayStation's Q? Is that what it's called?
Yeah, the Project Q.
Project Q?
Q. Yeah.
I like wish that it was more independent versus just reliant on your console, and that you could also choose to have it just work synonymously with your console. Like I think if a handheld could not just be its own thing when I'm out of the house, and then just instantly connect up to my console and have more fidelity and maybe save battery power for whatever reason, because it's it's like feeding from your console, I'd be all over that. You know what I mean? So they want to do that with the new Switch, that'd be freaking awesome. They wouldn't, but I just think like we're in just like the modern day age of everybody having handhelds and not having a handheld for so long, ever since kind of like the 3DS was king for a while. I feel like this is just like the next generation of everybody having, like, oh, I had a Vita, or oh, I had a Game Boy Advance, and then freaking, I remember my freaking friends came home with the freaking SP, bro, and it was like the coolest thing ever. You know what I mean? So I don't know at what point it'll branch out to everybody else. Maybe this is just because it's so niche right now. Maybe it's more experimental. They can kind of feel around a little bit more, and then before you know it, I mean, gaming is like the biggest entertainment genre right now. So just because I think like esports, for example, is suffering as a money sink, but the communities themselves are growing and becoming stronger. So I think over time, when you have people who maybe secondhand exposure see these things, like when the next, like OJ was saying, when the next iteration comes around, maybe we'll start seeing this branch out more and more. But again, they don't market to the common, just quote unquote gamer. So we get time, I feel like, but perhaps this is just a way for them to feel safer about not having to invest bigger numbers.
Right. I mean, they do just mostly sell to people who already have Steam installed on their computer at this point. So
makes sense.
They're fine with what they're doing there. But I do kind of see it as this is like their first iteration and something they build on anyway. So
yeah,
over time, maybe it does show up in Walmart. Maybe it does show up in Best Buy or whatever.
They did say they're already like looking at, the next one. I think Valve said that, right? Or
yeah, they're going to keep working on the soft, like the Steam Deck. My Steam Deck gets updates like every other day or something, just where they fine tune the software, or they figured out how to make a game run better kind of with the software, the hardware there. So they are constantly updating and working on the software. So it feels like they're working towards, kind of like we just talked about the 360 store shutting down. That entire generation was Sony and Microsoft working towards the eventual launch of their current platform with their online store. Kind of feels like that with the Steam Deck, where they're building out their software and setup for that kind of device. So maybe in a couple of years they launch the Steam Deck 2 and it's like, okay, this is it. This is the thing. So,
yeah.
But I will say I like the idea of these companies being in for the sole purpose of giving AMD a reason to continue developing these low-powered chips. So, because Asus partnered with them, Valve has partnered with AMD, and I don't know if we'll hear about Lenovo in their press release. They may have as well. But if AMD wants to keep making these low-powered chips that are that are pretty good in terms of gaming. I like that idea. Just see where it goes, because in
Yeah.
turn that means Nvidia will probably do the similar thing to compete with them on their end. So that's all. I feel like the more money gets dumped into that, probably the better for devices for us. Maybe in the future, even 5-10 years from now. So.
Money.
And Hi-Fi Rush. Okay, Hi-Fi Rush has hit 3 million players, and this is is interesting because I think Jeff Grubb had the initial report that Microsoft wasn't happy with Hi-Fi Rush, and then a new report they put out says that they like what's going on there with Tango, and that they are reinvesting after Hi-Fi Rush now announcing 3 million players, which is awesome because that is a very unique game under the Microsoft umbrella. And it sounds like they're backing up the truck to Tango Gameworks, which they should. So I am very curious to see where it goes from there. Any thoughts on Hi-Fi Rush hitting the 3 million player mark?
No.
Sean, did you play Hi-Fi Rush, Sean?
I did.
Oh, okay. That's fine.
I played Hi-Fi Rush. I streamed it. I think I played it for about 30 minutes before I just turned it off. I'm not a music rhythm game guy at all. Yeah, I just it didn't click with me. The game is good though. Like I'm not sitting there saying the game is actually really
You
good.
have no rhythm, OJ?
I have rhythm, but just not that type. Not that type of rhythm. Not that type of game.
Like what, like
I just had to
Guitar
turn it
Hero
off.
rhythm?
But the game
What
is good.
other kind of rhythm is there?
Like different type of rhythm, different type
Just
of music
Dance?
rhythm,
No, and that's why I'm asking.
Well, I'm just saying, like, it's not the type of music that I like,
Oh, okay.
Josie, you should try
So-
Hi-Fi Rush if you have not yet. It's on Game Pass.
I just downloaded it on Game Pass.
Okay.
I haven't gotten into it yet, but I just downloaded
Okay.
it.
Oh, it's really good though. I'm happy for, like, honestly, like no cap, I'm like happy for like Tango.
Yeah, I'd like to
Like, it's
see
a
what
good
their
game.
next plan is, because if they throw some more money behind their next project, they could probably go even to the next level. So I think that could become a very, very strong studio for Microsoft over the next probably before the end of this generation we're in now. I bet you they could have some really cool project ready to release. So
How are those little bites shot?
They were good. Chocolate chip ones.
Oh.
I didn't eat dinner tonight. I'm fucking starving.
Oh man, I'm so sorry for you.
and you got an after show to hold up too.
I'll have a bowl of cereal afterwards.
Oh, okay, all right, good.
Frosted Flakes?
Fuck Kellogg's.
Oh,
Fucking
no.
thief.
Oh.
Goddamn thief.
All right.
Bro, it's actually you. It's
Tell him,
literally you.
Bro,
1000%.
like I was shocked.
You
This is
should.
somebody tagged me in it on my personal Facebook, and I was like, huh? And I looked at it, and like a good like chunk of the because there wasn't many comments on it, but most of them were like, oh, it's RGT85. John Riggs was like, I thought you got a sponsorship deal with Kellogg's. I was like,
Bro,
no.
you should make a big stink about it for sure.
should go
dude. You
message-
could say that they're using your likeness.
Go message them on X and let them know.
Yeah, send them a
They do
Z.
have open DMs. I've been thinking about doing it, but
Do it.
bro, that shit was. And I was like, am I crazy? And I was like,
This
I don't
might
think
be
I'm
your
crazy. Like,
path to get on a cereal box, Sean.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
Wait, no. Kids buy cereal boxes. We
Put
don't
them
need
on
that.
some Wheaties.
Hold up. Yeah, they're gonna have to age restrict those cereal boxes.
they've had pro wrestlers on cereal boxes.
Age gate
Yeah,
those.
it's a little different.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Sean will have to get up with Kellogg's and figure that one out. There's a royalty check somewhere, Sean, with your name on it.
Bro, just flow me some free cereal. All right, this James Marshall dude, he's got to go away.
Yeah, I got it.
That was wild.
What did he say?
He's trying to
Oh. Jesus
yeah.
Christ.
Fucking idiot.
Goddamn, James.
I didn't see it, so
Let's go to
How about those super chats?
Zbat. Says Jordan and OJ network show. What do Jordan?
Yeah, what's our
what
show? What am I
should
supposed to
Jordan
do on
and
this
OJ
network?
do together?
We could just yell at each other for like an hour.
let's just talk about yell about Astral Chain. Just argue about Astral Chain for like.
Let's just have like a roast show where we just roast each other for an hour.
I'm down.
All right, let's go.
One of you
It's
guys,
got to be set up like between two ferns kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
you guys can
I'm
cover
down.
when the boys come back and Invincible. You guys can cover each episode.
Right.
Entire sit down.
Film Wave's back, baby.
There you go. See, there you go. That'd be good. Film Wave coming back.
Do a sports show. Do a sports
Sports
show. Wait,
show?
no, Jordan doesn't like sports.
Yeah,
I
with
forgot.
Jordan.
Okay, how about
Jordan.
this?
Jordan.
You talk about the sports, and I pretend like I know what I'm talking about.
That would actually be really funny
What do you
if that
say
like
the entire time, Jordan?
I just
know.
agree and say
I
stats
know.
based on what's given to me, and I just
know.
try
that would
and
be
keep up.
that'd be super funny actually.
Well, if the shows and stuff get back on track, Jordan, there might be a legit film wave in there for The Boys and Invincible and all these other shows.
Yeah, and then a long wait because of the strikes.
That's what I mean when all that it hopefully gets wrapped.
They're
up
gonna come back,
stuff
and then we get a long
soonish.
wait.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's true because they have to. Yeah. Well, I mean, Invincible's coming up soon. The Boys is coming up soonish.
Bro, it took them like 3 years to make another season of Invincible.
Yeah, that's true. Well,
I can't wait for that. That is going to be so good. Oh my goodness.
let's.
Huh, Sean? It's going to be pretty good, right, Sean?
Yeah.
Can't wait,
that'd
right?
be great.
Sean?
Who's this Adam Eve character?
Jalen says, sending some love to the Spawncast crew. Keep doing what you do. Thanks, Jalen. Chris says, what's your thoughts on the Masters pupil?
Ken Masters' pupil.
Okay.
You heard it. I.
Dominic says, Red Dead runs great on deck and even better on ROG Ally through, I assume, emulation. Then Starfield hype. I'm not sure what their name is. It's in a. I don't know if that's Japanese or not. It's a different language though. Starfield hype though. Shout out. Austin says, "Hey Spawnwave and everyone, hope you're all doing well. Spawnwave, would you ever do a live news wave? Ooh, that'd be interesting. I could set it as a premiere. I thought about that at one point, but I don't know how that works with YouTube for premieres. If it's a good idea or a bad idea. I don't know. Sean says, even if consoles going forward are backwards compatible, couldn't developers choose not to allow certain games to just go forward and force you to repurchase a new version?
Yes, they can.
They can.
And they've done it.
Oh.
Persona did it. Persona 5. There is no upgrade for
that's
Persona 5
right.
Royal. You must rebuy the game if you want the Royal content every single time. No matter what system it's on, you must rebuy the game
That
if
was
you want the Royal
weird
content.
one because the PS4 version still works on your PS5, but you can't upgrade to the PS5 version. You have to just buy.
And
the
you don't
version.
get the 60 frames, the better resolution. You must rebuy every time, and it sucks.
That's
OJ playing Fortnite next week?
No.
Why? Persona 5's coming to
Persona
Fortnite.
5's coming to Fortnite.
I think I'm good.
Why? You could be the Joker, baby.
I think I'm good.
Thorn says Mattel are bringing back a limited release of Street Sharks figures. Who's getting one? Sean, that seems like something you'd deal with there, Sean.
Never got into Street Shark.
Oh, really?
But do it with Vin Diesel.
Street Sharks was. Oh, those are good days. That Gargoyles and SWAT Cats.
Oh, I love Gargoyles.
That's
Gargoyles is cool.
SWAT Cats is really good. Underrated show.
See?
Really good show.
Let's see. This is Lewis says, what has been your guys' favorite Smash reveal trailer of all time? Included after hype.
Oof.
Sephiroth was pretty good.
Sephiroth. Joker
pretty
and
good.
Sephiroth. Joker and Sephiroth are like the goated.
I feel like I have to just give it up to Sora because that was like that feels like
I
that was the entire Smash lore building up to that.
I am gonna pick Terry Bogard. That was hype as hell.
Bogard was cool.
Okay.
Bogard was cool.
It was.
Neo Geo,
I like
baby,
when-
let's go.
I like when Ridley killed Mario.
Yeah.
Castlevania was the Belmonts was cool, really cool too, how they mix it in with Luigi, and everything. That was dope
killed
too.
him.
I think I don't know, man. Banjo was also really good for like
Yeah,
people.
it was cool to see Banjo. It was cool to see
Yeah.
Banjo. I know for all my Dragon Quest fans, I bet they probably loved Heroes because of how like they revealed.
Steve was cool.
Steve, okay. Steve. I feel like that definitely broke the internet for a little bit there to have Minecraft and.
Bro,
Yeah,
obviously the answer is Byleth. Obviously.
Oh man.
Obviously.
I loved the salt from Violet. That was so good. I was like basking in. I was like, yes, more Fire Emblem. Let's go.
Min Min was kind of awesome. That was pretty
Min
high
Min Min was
for
cool.
me.
Okay. Okay. Shinru says, plan on picking up a Series X next week. Any good physical Xbox games I should grab? I actually just ordered the original Dead Space 1 and 2, not 3. Oh, yeah. What's the word on that MVG with the physical games? What are we looking at here? Like, that actually comes on the disc?
Well, which game?
Like, is there something they should look at box art wise or something with that? Because I know there was a whole situation there.
I mean, there are a couple of Xbox games you can get. Like, I know the Dead Space remake is out physical. There are a few things you can get, but
Well, like that's actually on the disc because I remember you did a video where it's not on the
yeah,
disc.
yeah,
for
yeah.
some of it.
So basically, anything that just says Xbox Series X
Uh-huh.
on the top, will have the full game.
Okay.
But if it's a smart delivery disc, if it has Xbox Smart Delivery on it, then it has the Xbox One version of the game. So as soon as you put it into an Xbox Series X, it'll download the updated version. So yeah, I just stick with the Xbox Series X versions.
Okay.
Like I have GTA 5 Xbox Series X and it's got the full game on the disc.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Very good.
Yeah.
Very good.
Check out my video. I think the info is still pretty accurate as far as what's on discs and what's not.
Okay. Quest says, anyone else excited that Castle Crashers is getting a physical copy on Switch next month? Playing on the 360 with friends was awesome back then. Castle Crashers is a very fun game, yes.
Yeah, it's fun.
I might look into that. Is that just like they're just doing is it through limited run? I'm not sure. I don't know who the publisher is.
I don't know.
Okay, if not, then maybe I will because I'll get it this generation.
True.
Hey, my turtles finally came in.
That's good.
I haven't even opened the box that it came in though.
I saw them in the warehouse, so I know they're shipping them out right now.
Oh.
G-Man says, does MVG deserve a Switch 2 dev kit?
No.
Yeah.
That was fast.
And you heard it here first.
Man.
Does a developer deserve a developer kit?
Yeah, that's the question.
Well,
Only select ones.
Only select ones.
I select MVG. I think you should
Sounds
get
like
two.
thank you, Jordan. And it sounds like gatekeeping over there.
Oh,
RGT.
man.
Hold on.
Hey, don't gate's locked, buddy.
Somebody call the ambulance.
Red says, imagine paying $8 billion for an exclusive. Do you see a port happening if it underwhelms? $8 billion for an exclusive. Oh, for Starfield. For Starfield. Do you see a port
They didn't
happening
just buy one
if it
exclusive.
underwhelms? I think the plan for Starfield is a long plan, like how Skyrim is still going. That's
Bro, we're so far away from
we'll see Starfield on the next generation system as well, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
Team Zero says, for Sonic debate, all we need is Sonic Generation 2.
That'd be fun.
Do we?
Stage says, I want to see Kingdom Hearts 4 at Gamescom. That seems like a Tokyo Game Show thing if they were going to do
Oh, I
it.
forgot they announced that.
Well, keep dreaming.
Child says, they never should have given Kojima money.
Not wrong.
Disrespect.
Give him more money, I say.
MTS says, speaking of Tomb Raider, which games do you prefer? The 360 PS3 era games or the PS4 Xbox One games? I mean, I like Tomb Raider 2013.
Slander for the PlayStation 1 shit.
Yeah, that's still kind of control funny nowadays.
Those Tomb Raider games on PS1 are trash. Their controls are
I
terrible.
liked Rise of Tomb Raider of that trilogy. I think it was my favorite one.
Those controls are. You go back and play those games. They control like it's. Oh man, I can't play those PS1 games.
But
I don't know.
But you're looking at them for the time they released.
For the time they were,
I
I said that they were
for different reasons, Sean.
I said they were terrible back when I first played them. After playing Mario 64, you play that, you're like, how does he even move? The controls were terrible back then too.
I think it's I like Rise of Tomb Raider, then Tomb Raider 2013, then Shadow of the Tomb Raider. That's my order for that trilogy. Yeah, I like that trilogy actually quite a bit. I think it was pretty good. Corey says, do you think they would put Unreal Tournament onto current gen like Quake? That'd be kind of fun. I miss the level with the two towers and you just snipe people out running between them. It's the good days. Perfect says, hey guys, just a thought. As every game developer is using Unreal Engine, if that's the case, why any games waiting on to all the panelists? Me, Metal Gear, MSG, GTA 6, Ghost 2, and Rise of the Ronin, maybe MW3. It's using...
What?
Why is why are all the developers using Unreal Engine? Is it because it's easier
not.
than MVG, or why are a large amount of developers, I should say, using Unreal Engine?
It's just industry standard.
Okay. And
That's really all there is.
any games
But there are a lot of other engines that are being used, not just Unreal Engine. Let's be clear on that.
And any games waiting to all the panelists. Well, Armored Core and Starfield. Those are coming up.
Yeah, Starfield.
I'm waiting for nothing.
Dominic said,
Wow.
what? The Metal Gear Solid Collection is right around the corner. What are you talking about?
Yeah, it's right around the corner, Sean.
I already pirated it.
Okay.
Mario Wonder looks cool.
See? Mario Wonder. There it is.
Yeah, you could be an elephant.
That's
Pretty
true.
epic.
Dominic says, me, I'm at, five. Oh, I'm small at 5'6", but for real, 319 subs. Ruffle Mutt says, do you think Final Fantasy 14 could run on the next Switch? Yeah, I think so. I think they can make it work. If they want, we'll see. Joel says, MVG is holding their urge not to talk about the Vita. Just always.
Got it.
Always.
Love the Vita.
That's a Vita guy right there.
Banana says, careful, MVG. That's how Anthony Fantano got sued.
What?
What did you do, Sean?
That's not what happened.
I don't
Dave
know.
Fantano got sued because a company took his sound, used it to promote something without paying him, and then he got mad about it, and so they got in a lawsuit.
Blake says, do you think they'll release an N64 Mini and will Clay Fighters
No.
be on it? Please
No.
just say
No.
yes.
No.
And then you guys
No.
immediately say no. Oh,
Yeah.
man.
I made
Yeah.
a video on it on my channel. It's still very relevant. Check it out.
Wow. No love for that. Well, you think we better chance to get a Dreamcast Mini than a 64 Mini?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay.
YouTube.com.
What would be the point of getting a
Flash?
64 mini when you have NSO?
Because you actually own the games.
But why would they do that as a company, not you to
Oh,
choose
yeah.
as
No,
a
no.
consumer?
Well, yeah, I mean, you just answered your own thing. There wouldn't be a reason, really. I mean, I guess it may be extra money, but no, that's why it doesn't exist.
There you
Yeah.
go. Fair enough. Let me go around here as we finish up. We're going to start with Miss Click. Where can everyone find you?
Yeah, thanks for having me. You can catch me. I'm live right now on Twitch on Tuesday, Thursdays, Fridays, and then Spawncast on Saturdays. But twitch.tv/missclick_live. We're kind of just playing through World of Warcraft right now, waiting for Starfield. But even then, like I said, we're gonna wait a couple days. And if Starfield doesn't seem like the go for me, we'll continue playing WoW or something. So yeah, PC gaming for now. Thanks for having me. It's been great. Thanks to everybody who's been so kind and supportive. While as I say, sometimes I get aggro from the kiddo. It means a lot. So all the sweet messages and emails you guys have been sending has been very sweet. So thank you.
Edison says, do you think Street Fighter 6 could run on Switch?
Yes.
It's RE Engine, right? It's RE Engine does some miracles there. Then Ryan says, MVG, drop the fake accent. We know you're from Phoenix. Also, where can everyone find you?
You can find me on Twitter at Modern Vintage G and YouTube Modern Vintage Gamer, doing Red Dead Redemption overclocking video Monday.
Ooh,
Have me.
I saw some people arguing about that on X. Seems like it'll be a good video to watch.
Will you stop calling it X?
Hey, it's called X.
What was that?
Time to get with the time, Sean. Let me go over to
Never heard of it.
OJ. Where can everyone find you?
Yeah, find me right here on YouTube, Player Essence. If you like RPG, Nintendo Switch content, I'll have a bunch of cool stuff upcoming this week. Got some stuff I'm doing on Xenoblade tomorrow. Really cool video. If you're a fan of Xenoblade, check it out tomorrow.
I saw you're posting some videos over on X as well.
Yeah, I'm doing a lot of posts. Videos on X. Yes, Twitter.
Why?
Make any money, OJ? Get paid?
Yeah, you making some Elon bucks over there, huh?
Am I? Am I making money on there?
You gotta
I
make
don't
you gotta
know.
make more X videos. That'll do it.
I don't know. I don't know if I'm making that much money.
How do
on
you even
there.
opt into that? Don't you have to have like 5 million impressions in a month or something?
3 months.
3 months.
I got
Okay,
they
yeah.
sent me $69 and 40 some odd cents.
Yes,
Nice.
I make some money on there, guys. It ain't anything crazy, but yes, I do. But I'll be making
Money
more
bags.
content on there. I'll be making more content on there. Yes, I will be.
Wow.
So yeah, follow me on Twitter at Player Essence or X Player Essence. But yeah, check out my Xenoblade videos and stuff that I'm doing. My RPG videos. I got cool stuff on there on the channel. So yeah, there you go. And I stream and I argue with people. It's funny.
You know.
Jordan, where can everyone find you?
You cannot find me making videos on X. You can find them on YouTube instead. YouTube.com/Jordan Fringe or something. I don't know. What it is. Yeah. So I'm back from Japan. Wish I stayed in Japan. Now I have to deal with all this shit. Love it here. So much fun. Sonic sucks. Love you all.
Josie, where can everyone find you?
On YouTube at Josie Well. I make Nintendo Switch content and old school reviews from a new perspective. Super fun. Yeah, thank you for having me on.
Okay, and then Sean, you're doing the after show. I assume that's where you are now.
Yeah.
See, look, Banana says OJ is making some X videos. That's the right move. Go ahead, Sean.
YouTube.com/Dreamcast guy.
Thank you. Okay, you're on the after show now.
Spiral!
Oh gosh. Okay, you're running that.
Run.
All right. Thanks everyone for joining us. We will be back next Saturday night, 9 p.m. Eastern time, to cover Gamescom. I'm sure there's gonna be some big time announcements there. Yes, we'll see you guys then.
Fuck, I hit the wrong button.
Fuck Mario
Seriously,
Sunshine.
just shut up.